When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
I was so sure of our love. I never thought of any reason, a doubt about us. And now I'm right back at the start. Halfway through a bottle, babe. forget all the wrongs and every reason why we've changed. And there's a storm inside my head. It's getting me in trouble, baby, and I can't break away. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy, take it slow. We ended up just like before, so take it easy, take it easy. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy, take it slow. We ended up just like before, so take it easy.
to hold on to everything. I don't know what to say now. I need to hold on to. Take much more now. I can't hold on to everything. I don't know what to say now. To the taking. Spending all my time living all I've made up. I need to wake up.
Going for them, but I don't think he's going to be enough this time around.
He might not be, but we're going to have to keep our eyes peeled for at least 2 maps, 3 if we are lucky. And we are lucky enough to have these next scallywags deliver the action. It's going to be that of Machine and Henry G.
Thank you very much. We're already into the pistol action. No blood drawn just yet. They started their Katowice campaigns against one another, and now a rematch. One of them goes home, the other secured for the Spodek.
Here we go then. A little bit of a probe towards the ramp from FaZe Clan, and they're met by bullets and shrapnel. It's going to be broken down Nico down to about 50 points of health there. Meanwhile, though, they have got a PT-50 down towards the back steps. That's going to be Rain with armor as well. Bear in mind, he'll be looking for the opening pick if possible, just trying to force some rotations. Also got a CZ and armor on Simple. So lots of firepower in this pistol round. We'll see who comes out on top. Great shot.
That is one way to get the party started. And Nico, he got the invitation as well. Simple gone. The hard hitters are dropping left and right. Perfecto's the next on the chopping block. And with 1 minute still on the clock, top side is theirs and likely the round. 2 remaining for NaVi. Make it 1 as another precise frag comes in, this time from Brokey.
Well, it's going to be just Boomich, unfortunately, and he's playing for his life. He can't win the round at this point. It's going to be a 4 versus 1. He's managed to pick up a single frag here. That's going to be $300 in the bag at least, but no armor, no kit, no nades. He was one of the ones that had to drop that CZ, and down he goes. Lovely shot from Brokey to close things out. Very efficient round from FaZe there. It all started with Rain getting towards the secret steps, a beautiful headshot towards lower. His teammates flood in towards upper and hit every shot with the Glock at that point. And we're expecting a force buy here, Alex, from NaVi. They love a force buy, especially on the CT side of Nuke. It's going to be CZs, smokes, and you can't really do too much in terms of aggression. You can try and lock them out and make things very uncomfortable and hopefully funnel them towards the tighter choke points like ramp.
This is my first opportunity to see Brokey with his new role as well. He's been talking a lot about it in interviews, as well as his teammates mentioning just how much more comfortable he is looking. Rain even saying he's the best rookie in his opinion. Slightly biased, perhaps, but keep our eyes on him. Yeah, he'll be rocking the AWP more.
Exactly. He's now the main sniper for FaZe. And he's a very talented individual. Going to try and mold him into a world-class sniper, and he's getting there very quickly. That's for sure. Boomich for now, as you mentioned, a force buy. He'll be patrolling towards Secret. This is another key choke point that hopefully the CZs can flourish on. Nico's going to be waiting as we've got Electronic going to be challenged here at Squeaky Door. He's got vision. First kill's his.
It's a lovely flashbang. Olaf couldn't really contest, but actually Perfecto, he's mollied off the roof. Rain in with the UMP. And this gets infinitely more difficult for NaVi now because the site is lost. The plant likely could come in. Rain's on the site with it. Nico, however, caught outside. His adventures in Secret have been met by Boomich. All 3 members of NaVi on the outside yard area. Bomb down, time to consider that retake. 1 smoke. It's on Simple.
Remember, no kits here. Brokey with the rifle towards main entrance, and he gets absolutely wrecked. And it's a 3-on-2 now, a chance for NaVi. The bombs get about towards the halfway point. Cold Zera remaining here with Rain, flashbang out, and it looks like the CTs might be able to do this one.
It's looking really positive. That smoke towards Squeaky, and from behind, it's a Boomich double. Takes the AK, takes the round. NaVi, that looked so difficult, but Simple's Deagle found a way in.
Yeah, that one shot towards main entrance, that was a difference maker. That ruffled the feathers of FaZe Clan, and at that point, the Boomich flank comes through. Double kill in the back. They're both just posturing in towards that hut. It all falls apart very quickly, but the bomb does at least go down. It means they can force buy and response if they want to. They've got about $2,500 per player, and his Boomich. You can see Rain not really watching anything there. Drops the ball for a second, and he's punished for it. And we go into round number 3 here. It's going to be the eco by the looks of things. Just a Deagle purchase so far. Rain will have a little bit more money than his teammates. So this is going to be pretty much a full eco. 4 Glocks, now a PT-50 thrown into the mix. Going to be buying up next round. And I think that's for the best. You could have a much higher chance of winning the round with the AKs and Kriegs than you would with just some upgraded pistols.
Lovely presence of mind from Boomich when he was playing that low site. He smokes off Nico, which of course eventually sends Nico into his death later into that piece, but then descends back down, comes up the vent and round Squeaky for that flank. It was such a... He was moving around that map constantly in order to find that double kill. This one should just be a formality. A Desert Eagle in Rain is their best chance
And just a note on that as well, the fact that he dropped that smoke towards Secret, we talked about funneling them towards tighter choke points. Like, how effective is that? You drop the smoke towards that Secret position. Time was running a little bit low. Nico had no choice but to go back towards upper, and that's where Bush really could sink his teeth in. Speaking of which, he does open things up here. Cold Zero will be dropped towards outside, and we'll find ourselves with a couple of kills here for the in-game leader. It's the M4 in hand, still with 100 HP. Rain with an ambitious wallbang towards main entrance. No damage inflicted, and just a matter of time at this point before NaVi pick up the round. Just want to try and keep it clean if possible. Don't need to be challenging these Deagles, but it's a bit of a calling card of NaVi, overextending in these sort of rounds.
Yeah, and of course the calling card, when it's paying off, it's so demoralizing because they're fighting you and you can't help but feel they're giving you chances.
Exactly.
Well, there's a chance.
Rain capitalizes upon it. That's Electronic going down, and Rain eventually silenced here. We are going to just have one player remaining. Olofmeister picked up the Desert Eagle, probably dropped to this point, and here comes the first real gun round. Electronic, the only player to go down there. As I mentioned, a pretty unnecessary frag, but overall, pretty clean from NaVi there. I'm going to see the Kriegs come out at this point. So what to play here from FaZe? Do they want to go for a fast set piece, just run a slow default, maybe get a vent dive going on, considering they don't have all the utility they're going to need? Broky's just one smoke here, and there's just a few flashbangs sprinkled into the mix as well. Round 4 coming up, and we've got rifles across the board for NaVi as well. They're ready for this fight.
Breathe it in. Fast smoke from Nico. Let's see whether or not his teammates are planning on playing off of that. It does plume towards the lockers, and that's it. With one smoke, they take the fight heaven. There's no support with the smoke down lockers, and already Rain tucks himself in secret and pulls utility from Boomich. 90 seconds still on the clock.
Yeah, plenty of time here. They've got a man advantage and waiting for that reactive play from the CT side. We have got one player creeping up the vents. No one towards lower right now. Boomich comes back up. Flamey will just be hovering between ramp and lower right now, waiting for a chance towards ramp. Hasn't got the ideal weapon for the job, really. The Galil, you're just going to be playing for information, do a little bit of damage. He's got no nades to really hold them off. Just wants to show presence and get down there. Considering it's a 5-on-4, though, he might have to be a little bit more active. For now, by himself, and they're starting to make their way over here. He's in a pretty safe position. Like, even if he gets flashed, he can get out of there. He's going for the fight, Alex. He knows he needs at least a kill, but it doesn't feel safe.
He knew that fight was about to come from 2 angles at the same time. Smart to back away. He has another opportunity now. Trying to get himself into that headshot angle, make it as difficult for them to clear him out. And there's the info. Coldzera got it on the jiggle, but still the frag comes in. Big from Flamey, and he connects onto a second. He's winning this round single-handedly. The door should be enough. Brokey finally silences the first defense, but there's more where that came from. Boomich, he's biding his time by Decon. Timing on this door open is everything. The sound cue is now revealed, and Brokey's low health is removed. The nade as well will soften up Nico. Ooh, and Rain.
Yeah, that should be the round at this point. Nico, 2 versus 1. He is surrounded, and unfortunately for him, there's no way he can fight his way out of that one. Very well played from Flamey. What was that with the Khalil of all weapons as well? Just goes to show you, we made this point yesterday. I think it's such an underrated weapon right now. We're finally seeing how powerful it can be, just considering the cost of it, $1,800, and it can still be used efficiently like a rifle and still do massive amount of damage if played correctly. Flamey shows us how good it can be.
It does feel, however, that the Galil has been kind of less taboo than the FAMAS. People still have this kind of problem with the FAMAS. It was changed as well, in the same way the Galil was, and yet it does seem that the T side, 1800 Galil, will be seeing a whole lot more action. Great work from Flamey, a double kill up against the Kriegs.
Massive round. It's going to put FaZe in an uncomfortable position here. Just the partial buy. We've got the CZs, Tech 9s, the Deagles, everything in the pistol category. But a massive grenade lands again. Over 100 damage there as all 5 players make their way towards Secret. It's going for a quick plant here if possible. We know Boomich likes to get down there quickly, and he's already managed to smoke them off, get himself towards the CT steps, and that's going to buy them some time. That smoke is absolutely everything.
Yeah, he's playing this really well.
Oh, the nade again.
Oh no, a barrage of damage. Look at the ADR of NaVi. Ooh, but the boost catches them. Nice work from Nico. Lovely little off angle found. It doesn't look like it's going to perhaps get them into the site. Brokey trying to change my mind as he removes the mind of Flamey with a 50 caliber bullet. 2v3. Low sight, not theirs yet, but splitting towards Decon and double doors.
They have a smoke, a Molotov, and plenty of time here. 3-on-2 is possible, especially when mistakes like this are being made. Simple, chill. He'll have to fall back at this point. He's so slow HP, and he's got the AWP towards ramp as well. A very powerful position, but the bomb will be planted. Molotov being deployed and the smoke. They have to come through the vents. Perfecto will be joining.
Only one of them made the sound cue on the vent. I wonder if that was deliberate. Get the numbers thrown off for the FaZe comms. Cold's got to do a lot here. Plays the anti-flash and gets the first. Perfect onto Perfecto! And FaZe, they take it with only the Desert Eagles and so much nade damage taken early.
Absolutely true. That first nade towards outside did over 100 damage. They had all 5 players just go towards Secret with the set smokes. You didn't think that was going to do much for them, but it was Nico to open things up. We saw the smoke. Let's have a see from his POV. How much vision did he get from this? You see the smoke just going down. Boomich not ready for it. And Flamey manages to get 3 kills, and still the round falls apart. Lovely work from coldzera to dodge that flashbang. If he eats it, he's going down for sure. That's the turn. Oh, what a great shot that was. And absolutely finishes things off in style. And we'll have a 3-2 scoreline here with an eco for NaVi, actually. We've got Electronic investing in the M4. A few PD50s and Deagles, but it's still going to be a very difficult round. I'm not sure what Electronic's got up his sleeve here, holding towards the vent for now.
So that is 2, or rather 1 apiece for both NaVi and FaZe surprise wins. We saw that retake with Simple's Deagle the second round, and now FaZe have fought back with one of their own.
Yeah, that was interesting from Simple with the AWP towards window as well. Like, he spots him and then runs out the USP. I assume he thought they would be super low and he can get a quick kill, but it ended up getting him down to 10 HP and nullified his efforts. Oh, this is a lovely bait though. Simple can get 2 here. Electronic with the M4 still has a good chance. He will do significant damage and bring things into a 3-on-3, but remember, no one else invested into this round. He went for M4 and Kevlar. His remaining teammates are the P250s and Deagles, no nades, and it's a massive advantage for FaZe. As soon as that bomb goes down, that should be it. But Boomich does find an AK-47.
And he has gone unchecked. Pretty good pace on him here because Brokey,
oh wow,
he's got his back turned. coldzera's not looking either. Boomich, he's done so much on this low site, and he delivers again with the scavenged AK. coldzera, though, turned his attention to the site, not only with the frag, but perhaps the plant as well. Smoke on doors, planting towards it. Boomich heading towards the window, and Electronic, excuse me, Perfecto with that AWP. Looking good for FaZe here, Hank.
It's looking good with that Molotov remaining as well. Boomich taken out of the equation. Just Perfecto with no kit, no armor. Might as well say that AWP, to be honest with you. He's not going to be winning this. Looks like he's going for an exit frag, but this is the correct choice. Get out of there. Keep the money strong. Throw that AWP over. You hear the wallbangs coming in from coldzera. No shots landing, luckily for Perfecto. Not too bad, all things considered. They managed to get 3 kills, save the AWP. That makes up for the investment made by Electronic as well. And just a note on that, he gets $900 for $600 of the 2 kills he picked up there. So he gets some of the money back, and he's at $3,800 now. With the saved AWP, they can juggle some economy around and probably be absolutely fine here.
I really like the bait and switch idea there, that you could see it was about to pay off. A double kill was damage control, really, from FaZe. It could have got a whole lot worse.
Oof, nice work from Olof there. So the AWP thrown in the hands of Simple. This is where the game really warms up. Just to know, Boomich with 10 kills and 4 deaths. Double digits after 6 rounds. Not bad at all. Mac 10 for Olof Meister. Only 1 player without the helmet. That's Flamey, so watch out for that. I feel like this would be a faster paced round. The Mac 10 maybe leading the charge towards Ram. Just gets stuck in. Indeed, that's going to be the case. He's trying to take that crosshair away. You see how effective it is? Olof's not going for kills there. Just trying to make sure his teammates survive. And they've broken through and got Ram from a very vital part of the map.
Oh, and they're not slowing down, Henry. They're charging in. Flamey, he gets only 1. He did more with the Galil than the Org. And so, round 7 looking positive for FaZe Clan. Access to the low side. coldzera continuing his advances, and it's Boomich's MP9 that finds the next.
Yeah, this is a really great call from FaZe, but it is starting to get a little uncomfortable now. They're in a 4 versus 3 with the bomb down. Action's an extra man at this point. We'll see if Brokey wants to get aggressive at this point. Flashbang deployed. Boomich only got that MP9. Not the best weapon for the job with 2 FaZe players waiting around the corner.
Flashing themselves in, and they've caught him. He knows where he is. Boomich hiding in the corner. Nika can't find 2 instead. Electronic, a double kill, but at what cost? 13 HP, Rain to clutch. It is the AWP of Simple. If he overextends just an inch, he will go down. Simple pushing in, gets caught. 1 more player to find. Electronic, no health, no margin for error to secure the 4th. He hasn't really got the time now. This is the FaZe round, and Rain knows it. Gets the frag as well. Cherry on top, and a 4th for FaZe.
Yeah, really great call. Very smart from FaZe, knowing the money's not completely settled on the CT side. They'll have a lack of incendiaries. They might not have an AWP that's available to go towards the ramp room. Flamey was caught off guard, and we saw Olofmeister with that great movement there. He's not just running towards the ramp and rushing it. You saw that nice move in the bunny hop round the corner, the air strafing coming through. You saw how difficult that was to manage. He wanted to go for one frag there, couldn't even find that, then trying to scamper his way towards lower. And it's just such quick pace there from FaZe. You don't expect all 5 players just to jump down towards lower. They're going to trade you out. If you haven't got towards decon yet, you're in a lot of trouble, and Flamey goes down with nothing. Sure, NaVi brought the round back to a winnable situation, but very well played towards the end, holding that silo. As soon as he kills Simple, that was it for me.
You're going to be happy about that, Hank, though. That's a NaVi timeout early in the first map. You've been having some complaints like yesterday.
That's the bunny hop from Olof. That's what I'm talking about. So he's not going for kills, necessarily just mobility with that Mac 10. Indeed, throughout this tournament, though, Alex, we haven't seen much in terms of timeouts for NaVi. There's still a team that's kind of finding their feet still. Considering the talent they have available, we're still wanting a bit more at this lineup, and you've just brought in Blade, one of the most decorated in-game leaders from your region. You'd expect him to be a little bit more active within the team and calling earlier timeouts when they require. So maybe that's reflected now.
This is an elimination game. Simple, Nico, Coldzera.
Right.
and only one of these teams will see playoffs. Crazy. Feels like competition's at an all-time high.
I think so.
Electronic chose to go all the way to the $0 mark.
So Coldzera setting up a little hut Molotov here. Just going to try and make things uncomfortable if possible. Doesn't land. Back to the drawing board on that one. And here they go through squeaky door. Simple. You know he's going to nail that first one. Can he find a second, though? Not quite. Does damage towards Olofmeister, which is converted by Perfecto there. They have the man advantage for now, but remember, this is another eco round, but it's one that's working out for them. Flamey keeps landing shots. Perfecto inflicting damage from the heart, leaving Nico in a 3 versus 1 now. 59 HP, throws a Molotov towards the vent, actually lands in there. Nice work in that respect, but the bomb needs to be salvaged here. Boomich stuck, roasting in the vent at this point. 35 seconds. This looks very difficult for Nico. Needs to find an opening quickly.
25. Coming from heaven, could he have the element of surprise onto Flamey? He has grabbed himself a Krieg, though. This is going to be so hard. He has to be so precise. Back turn. He gets the timing and the frag. A second chance. Oh my. Electronic, the one investment, full investment pays off as he finds the crucial final frag.
Whew. Flamey was watching heaven there for like 30 seconds. It was the millisecond he turned around towards main entrance. That's when Nico comes up. Very unfortunate, but they still win the round. It's an eco victory there for NaVi. That was the moment you can see that turn. He was looking at heaven just before Nico came through. That's very unfortunate, but still, like I said, they win the round. So we'll have the AWP for Simple once again. A nice strong buy for the CTs. 2 Kriegs, especially for a player like Flamey. You ideally want to give him the Krieg, to be honest with you. He's got the M4 right now. You're playing a position like ramp. You want one-tap potential. You want to be able to hold the railings, the back boxes. I hope they give it to him, because ramp is just a nightmare of a position. It's one of the most difficult in CSGO to play effectively and find kills, especially. So having that Krieg will help things out. Doesn't look like they're going to be throwing it over, though, which is fair enough. They've got Electronic, one of the best riflers in CSGO right now.
You'd feel pretty guilty asking him for that weapon, that's for sure.
You just have to make it work, Flamey, I'm afraid.
And it does seem like FaZe have chosen to be very respectful. Am I seeing the fullest of ecos here?
Yeah, I guess maybe they want to change things up slightly. They've got 5 grand on Olofmeister, and in terms of loss bonus, they'll be getting to only the second stage after this one. So that's going to be 1900 on top. So, yeah, it didn't really feel like it. Olof have to drop 1 next round, but they should be okay for our buy going forward. So just a full eco here. $0 invested. So you can't expect too much from FaZe. We somehow get a bomb down. It will be somewhat of a miracle.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense. I mean, you can see they were taking their time leaving spawn, probably having any additional conversations, or, you know, this is your chance to let them know anything you've noticed, tendencies, or things that you noticed during your research of your opponent, whether or not they're actually doing them, or if they've made some changes. That's the conversation you can have now. They're off towards the top side. That was the bomb lost, and so the chances of that plant dwindling, confirmed by Boomich as a nice collateral collected. We have it. NaVi select their 5th. But you can completely understand why FaZe are being reserved. Let's not forget, they've got 4 rounds on T-side nuke already.
Exactly that. They're doing good so far. They don't need rounds at this point. Might as well play the bigger percentages and actually have a solid chance of running their strategies and the game they want to play instead of trying to scrape rounds together. You'll see the replay from Boomich here. Nothing really to write home about. Just the Glocks, no armor. And we're going to see that Mac 10 for Olaf Meistering. He's got the best spawn available. Does he go for the straight ramp play here? As we've got Flamey on the M4 once again, but he is fully equipped this time with the incendiary, which you do want to drop at the start of the round if possible, which he does. So that should slow things down, but a nice smoke here. FaZe still getting out, and Olaf's movement is looking fantastic right now. He's going to get the trade kill, and they've avoided the scope of Simple as well. This is looking very promising.
Oh, the lovely setup as well. The smoke in the corner, making sure he can strafe out with vision. Beautiful stuff from FaZe Clan. And look what it's enabled them to do. Low sight theirs, decon smoke. They've done this before, and it's working again.
Yeah, absolutely. The exact same. Rinse and repeat. Mac 10 bouncing through. Molotov the AWP out, and we'll find ourselves in a 4-on-4 retake here. Plenty of resources for NaVi. Got Brokey here towards the shadow position. As Nico coming over the backside, wants to be quiet here. Jumps on the ladder, and he is detected. Nice work from Boomich. Good awareness.
Time ticking. They have the advantage. They're going to look to find this frag. And Olaf, he's wide in the open. That's an easy frag for Perfecto. But now called Zera on the top of the site. We'll just go 1-for-1. And in shadow, it's Brokey. He's got 2, looking for 3. Finished by Boomich. Does he have the time?
Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Okay. He's actually bailed on it. He didn't have the kit. How does he not have one?
1,200 in his pocket with 2 kills. So the 300 apiece with the Krieg, 600. He had enough.
He had enough for a kit. Yeah, he definitely had it if he just ran on with the kit, but it just wasn't there. So that's unfortunate. Boing. But the same play again is up. Nice. You can see he actually got the full velocity from the bunny hop there, and he just gets himself out. Nice trade coming in. The Mac 10 really is a powerful weapon in the modern game of CSGO. You look over the years of Counter-Strike, these SMGs weren't ever used really for anything else but anti-ecos. In CSGO now, especially in 2020, it's a very viable weapon, even in gun rounds.
Yeah, and you can see it has its different merits. Far from the same of the rifle. Simple, he's considering some aggressive warping. Well, play around the vents for now. A different look from FaZe, leaning heavily towards the outside area, and Rain lining up his smoke now. This could be the L-shaped smokes you'll see towards warehouse and main. In they come. Slight variation and a slight gap. He's not going to get much information off that, but Simple's about to get a whole lot of it. He's going to say nothing outside as he gets glances out of secret. Hasn't caught the information yet, and instead just a jiggle on silo, but moments away from that information being conveyed because they're about to hit the top site.
Yeah, they absolutely are. See whether FaZe can pull this one off. They won the previous round, but you can see it was expensive. Here comes that Mac 10 towards ramp once again. It's the MP7 to defend. Lots of damage inflicted, but no kills found. That's going to be the lower bomb site open for business once again. It's usually Boomich that has to rotate down, but Simple this time. A shaky flick towards the ramp doesn't deliver. And we've got Electronic now to save the day. Damage has been done. That's been conveyed. He knows there's still a chance he can go for this, but maybe thinking better of it now. Got to be rotating back towards Secret. Once the bomb's down, that should be it. Another great effort towards ramp from FaZe Clan, Alex.
Yeah, and I love that they gave it a different start. You know, they felt completely different to NaVi at the beginning. It finishes the same, but that opening 30 seconds, you have Paranoia. Your AWP, it could not be further from ramp. You've got Simple in secret from your opening moves.
Yeah, and that's so powerful. If you think about it, they've shown presence towards ramp a few times now. There's a good chance they'll probably send the AWP there or send an extra player to get boosted, something like that. You drop the outside smokes, you can't justify keeping 2 players towards ramp room. It's the exact same move with SMGs. The money was difficult after all 5 players went down, but still, they make it work. A really nice variation of the same strategy just to keep them guessing on the NaVi side. That's going to be FaZe Clan going up 6-5 now, but 2 rifles do survive in the NaVi. Next side of things, we're going to see a Krieg and an M4, Perfecto with a P250, and with that little bundle collected, they could go for the force buy here. That would be one hell of a call, though. That would be a ballsy maneuver, to say the very least.
Yeah, and you might even expect a timeout before
this should be a timeout. This is like 100% timeout territory. Like, you want to just think about this one, calculate yourselves. They're forcing into it as well. Please take a timeout.
Just to piece together how you're going to go up against the odds. You know you don't have the weapon advantage, but instead not choosing to use Blade.
I was just about to, Simple forced into it. He's gone for Deagle armor down to 0. The rest of them with a partial buy, so maybe not such a wild investment after all, but Simple spends all of his gold. And we'll be getting into round 12 here. Opening pick for Electronic. Nice spray down.
He's expecting cold and he finds him. That's some influence from Electronic. That star power looking to secure the 6 for NaVi and a huge advantage. Will they be able to maintain though? Don't forget, pistols. No Kevlar for Flamey with his scavenged M4. Boomich is this time the one to be holding ground. Different player, same result. Brokey, that's a quick flick. connecting onto Boomich. A bit of a mess. Molly does mean that Broky's going to have to hold that ramp push as his teammates descend.
Well, here's the big man himself. Simple, waiting down towards lower. Desert Eagle in hand. We know he can use his weapon to great effect. Will he be able to deliver a few more headshots, though? If he goes down with nothing, FaZe right back in the round. If he gets one, NaVi should be able to close things out.
NiKo finds the headshot so precise. Advantage for FaZe for the moment. Will they try and get that bomb down? They don't have to rush this, though. There's 40 seconds. It's all off to try and punch in the code. And they have that pincer. Electronic doesn't have a door to play with, but he does have the Krieg and another frag for Electronic. It's all him so far. 3 frags. The Molly could find Brokey. It's going to get so hot if it spreads. I think he's just safe enough, and so instead, the Flames act as cover. And now Brokey can hold the line. All the same, it's a frag. And not quite convincing. It's now finished by NiKo. 7-5. Big work from FaZe Clan.
Yeah, and that started off with a 5 versus 3 as well. A double kill from Electronic from the garage position as well. You'd think that's it. Surely it's done. But they start going down one by one on the NaVi side. And as soon as the ramp room was open, they got towards lower. We mentioned it was simple, gets nothing. FaZe are back into it, but a perfect execution there. Smoking off the window, smoking the double doors. The only threat was towards Decon. They plant towards the left-hand side of the silo, meaning the player swinging out, which was Electronic. He couldn't actually deny the plan at all. If the Molotov was a meter deeper, they'd probably win the round because Brokey wouldn't be able to hold that position. He'd actually just gone down straight away. Very unfortunate scenes here, and they're paying the price out. Simple, a little bit greedy. He was the one who forced point in the previous round, you know, and now he's the one who gets dropped. Perfecto's like, yeah, give me a gun, kid.
Hook me up.
Didn't you just spend all your money in the previous round? Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm sure that's something that Perfecto, maybe in time, will be more comfortable with the contesting, but for now, he's just going to have to be the nodding dog. Spray. From Electronic hoping to chip away at their advance towards Simple's position. Speaking of, 3 frags to his name. He's been shut down on this CT side by the FaZe squad. Now walking. Waiting for this cue for that Molotov, the incendiary, excuse me, but that cost FaZe nothing. Shaved 7 seconds off the clock, but nothing else has changed just yet.
No, they're fine with this. They know it's very unlikely there's an AWP out there. Good smoke, though. Rain just trying to suggest there's one player down there. Firing off some shots. Electronic, though. Oh, felt like he was worth at least one there. Gets the dink. That's the only bullet that connects, though, down to 12 HP. And this point, 30 seconds. FaZe need to get their skates on, admittedly. Flamey knows he can save the day here. If he can swing out, maybe get 1 kill, push them in towards main entrance, they'll be ready for this. Here we go. That's the chance.
His chance, and he does shut down NiKo. They're heading towards Simple's location. The doors are open, which does give them a chance to clear these angles a little more passively. More timing looks good. The spray doesn't, though. Only 1. coldzera into the site. 9 seconds. That bomb is not in a T's hands just yet. Cold and Rain. 5 seconds. They go hunting for the frags. This is Navi's round. There's nothing Cold can do. Boomich secures it. And a crucial victory to make sure that they maintain some degree of competitiveness on this T-side run from FaZe Clan. They've got 3 rounds in bursts so far. A pair of them. That's Navi's first in 4.
Yeah, a little bit too apprehensive there. Boomich holding towards the decon area, and the bomb with 15 seconds left, it ran towards the window room. I understand things were a little bit frantic there, but given the circumstances, try and get that close towards the bomb site and do everything you can to get it planted. As soon as that player went down, the round was over. And it is going to be a FaZe Clan timeout at this point. Money is actually in a reasonable position. We've got Brokey with $6,400, NiKo just on the nose with $7,000 as well. So they could buy with maybe a drop day again, a Galil. So it looks like that might be the case. NiKo at least commits with the Krieg. Got himself 1 smoke and a deagle for Rain. So I think there's going to go for 1 hero rifle here. And potentially mix things up. Maybe go for an AWP in the final round. Just give it a bit of extra spice, you know?
I always like a little bit of extra spice. Sriracha, Tabasco.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm more of a lemon and herb guy myself.
Yeah, but you know, whatever floats your boat.
Exactly.
I'm not here to judge.
So the partial buy here, I assume outside smokes will be deployed nice and early. Try and get maybe NiKo towards Secret or down towards Vent. Viable options for them. But for now, waiting patiently. Close smoke from NiKo. Molotov towards Secret to hopefully flush out the likes of Simple if he's there again. This round, though, is towards Heaven with the AK-47. They have managed to contain Simple. He's 4 and 10 right now, so he's not popping off. And they've got 7 runs on their T side. FaZe are having a fantastic half here.
I'll tell you who else is. It's Boomich.
Yeah, he is.
And he's once again going to be tested. Throws the smoke. I'm not sure FaZe are respecting that. He doesn't either. One needs to be more, because now low sight is theirs. Do they continue this momentum? It seems that way. NiKo does open the doors, but yet to commit, waiting for the double peek. That's a hard line to hold with the MP9.
It's a very good gun in the right circumstance. Maybe not this particular one. You're Molotov'd out and smoke towards ramp. They should be able to plant, and Flamey's just going to have to bide his time. He can't just swing through on this. They're not even close to his position yet, but if he can wait, he knows the T's are likely to get up the ramp eventually, as we see the retake coming in. Focusing towards that ramp area, probably going to send Flamey in first to get the intel, then the rifles will be behind him.
Yeah, I love Dolov's position as well. He was waiting, biding his time. He'll be looking to try and get the surprise flank. And that's a great headshot from Brokey. 13 frags, no issues for the newcomer. And he's got another one. Double kill to secure the round. Perfecto's left with his MP9. Does upgrade to the Kree, but only for a moment before it's snatched out of his hands by NiKo. 8 rounds on the T side from FaZe Clan, and that was only with the hero rifle.
Yeah, so it was Boomich down towards lower. I didn't catch if he had the incendiary as well. He went for this smoke drop. So normally when you're doing that pixel check, you drop the incendiary as soon as you see them, and so it gives you enough time to fall back. They can't punish in the same way they did that smoke. The fact he dropped the smoke, as you mentioned, they didn't respect it. It wasn't down quick enough. It took a few seconds to bloom. At that point, only 1 kill found, and the lower side was theirs. Flamey retaking from Bramp of MP9. There was just no way they could actually deny the plan. It all falls apart, and we've got so much available for FaZe here. In the final round of this first half, NaVi will buy up with what they can, but it's not looking good at all. Desert Eagles, 1 CZ, and the only rifle out there is Electronic's FAMAS. He currently sits on 11 kills. Electronic will be making his way down towards Secret, but looks at things nice and early on in the round. Hopefully going for a quick kill. He can't just sit and wait for them to go down there. He's going to have to challenge this one, I think.
It's been a while since we saw the fight happen so early on Secret. Obviously, typically, utility and retreat has been the go-to option. Would be FAMAS versus Krieg. It's a hard fight to win for Electronic. Leaving NiKo to his own devices. In roles like this is where he's often thrived. Overpass, he would be given the liberties to just linger at B as his team would go elsewhere, and this is a similar sort of strategy, leaving NiKo to draw attention, maintain the CTs.
Yeah, he's one of those players you just say, all right, just let him off the leash. Just see what he can do. I'm absolutely fine with that. Like, there's not many players that can outduel him. If he feels comfortable finding a pick, considering their low HP as well, or low buy as well, that's absolutely fine. So here's the flash towards the steps. He's baited out an incendiary. So he knows there's 2 down there now. He's confirmed that.
And didn't cost him a penny. Lovely work. Now he can regroup with his squad. Perfecto. It's a tough position to be in. Boomich responsible for Heaven. They're going to pincer in together. Hut, Main, and Heaven. He can't hold all at once. He can't hold anything. Main removes him. Perfecto. Nice, precise first. Second, not going to be so easy, though, as he does manage to relocate. Olof's having quite the duel. Electronic does get him on the ladder. A hole in that. Flamey's going to perhaps have a chance. They may not be expecting it. FaZe Clan may not be anticipating that gap. It will be now as the door swings open. Brokey very quick to find it.
Well, there we have it, Alex. After winning that second round force buy, it's NaVi with a 3-1 lead, but it ends up in disastrous scenes here. 9-6 in favor of FaZe, a very successful T-side campaign. This is their map pick, and you can see why. They've been doing their homework. They've been evolving their strategies, and it looks fantastic so far. Can they keep it up, though? That is the main question, and we'll see you after this break.
Where the sun doesn't go down, and we will drift away until the day the world stops stay with me where the sun doesn't go down, and we will drift away until the day the world stops spinning, 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 until the day the world stops spinning.
Group A opened with NaVi versus FaZe. The first map was Nuke, and it's same again. This time, FaZe have come in with one extra round on their first half. T side goes so swimmingly. They're on 9-6 coming into the defense of their map pick. I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry G, and it's time to see if NaVi can do better than last time. They got 2 T rounds, Henry, the last time these two teams played here in Katowice. They're going to have to do a whole lot better.
Yeah, they really are. It all starts with this pistol as well. They were unable to pick up the first half pistol, but they did convert the force buy. That's something they're very good at. We'll see what kind of approach they have here as we enter with 5 sets of Kevlar on the T side. So no real strategy behind this one. It will be either a fast outside or a rush ramp. It'll be something quick, I would imagine, because you can't really set much up with no utility. So let's see what they've got in mind here as we start to flood towards the lobby. That suggests to me ramp or maybe an upper rush. It is going to be ramp, and in we go. It's just going to be a straight up rush. Very viable approach. You're normally going to down the lower to this, but you could rush heaven, I suppose, as well.
You can see Olof's restraint. I actually love the smoke as well. Wonder if they'll slow down for it. Doesn't... Yeah, they do. Perfect. So they have the call. They've got probably minimum 4 down ramp. They're going to be reacting accordingly. Olof continues to survive as he falls further back, treating that USP like an AWP, falling back to all the different lines. And now a 5 versus 5 bomb yet to be planted. It is descending, though, in the hands of Perfecto. It's Boomich to take the first fight. Ooh. Never mind. Rain secures a double kill. Bomb down, though. It's a chance for NaVi. They need this round. And Simple, he's struggling. What's the burst about? Only a fraction of damage done to Nico. He doesn't have to move a muscle. And Simple, you can't contest much from there. coldzera, however, being kept busy as well. This is powerful, but that's the shot they were looking for. Elevation from that bar, and now just Flamey. He's tucked in on the site. Only one, and FaZe, they get the double digits. They take the pistol, and lovely reaction from Olof. I want to give him some credit for that.
Yeah, that was... Olof Meister's only got 4 kills right now, and this is where you can actually say the stats really don't give the full story at this point. His T-side efforts and going in first valiantly every single time, and the frags he were getting were instrumental openers. It doesn't matter how many kills he's got. He has been part of this run. Absolutely. This was great from Rain as well. The CZ and the CT pistol, you can see close range how effective that is. Speaking of things that aren't effective, the burst fire on the Glock. Like, Simple has made some strange decisions in this tournament. Burst fire on the Glock in a key round, that is one of them. Like, it's useless. It doesn't work unless you shove it down that throat.
Yeah, I mean, we've got world number 2 in 2019, Simple. World number 6, Electronic, going up against Nico. World number 11. Shots from Simple. Rain ready and willing to take that fight outside. He still stands his ground. A stray bullet from the strafe does connect into Rain, but for the timing, no sound cues, and therefore not a bullet fired just yet.
He'll be aware of the possibility now. He knows there's a chance he could have got down there. Well, absolutely now. Flamey fires off a couple of shots. Nico looking for the first, and he nails it. The fact he gets 2, it's worth the justification. The fact he can stay there. He farms lots of cash there with 3 kills of the MP9. Takes himself back up to $2,000. And leaves them in a 4 versus 2. It's Simple and just 3 HP. They could sneeze him at this point. That would be it. We'll see whether he can find anything more. He's got a great deagle, but it's going to be broke to finish things off. Good 11-6. That was the partial investment there from NaVi as we get into what should be a first gun round here. We're going to have the AKs come out and maybe a few Kriegs thrown into the mix as well.
Yeah, please, Hank, don't sneeze on me. Actually, I'd rather you did, especially in the current climate.
That's a good point. I won't be doing any of that. Don't worry.
11-6 then. FaZe have managed to convert off their pistol, and it's time to see 4 rifles and a deagle for Simple. NaVi's chances. They're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at this round. Let's see how FaZe receive. They are coming into this with those bonus weapons we talk about. Scout for Brokey outside. It's functional, but if they close that gap, he's going to be in a lot of hot water.
Just to note as well, Simple was the one who got deagle armor in the previous round, leaving him just the same again this time. It's some strange economical decisions as well. A little bit odd, but let's see if we can make it work. 5 players towards outside, making their way across. So just a full commitment towards lower. And this is what we were talking about before. Throw the incendiary, you can actually be a little bit more combative here. Nico had heard those footsteps, and he's going to try and make up for it. He knows that player could have got past. Does he decide to fight? He'll actually just drop the smoke and fall back here. 3 players in the vents.
Not for too long, but Rain will crawl back up. But that does mean that they're very ready to react. Rain won't be too far behind when Olof calls for help. Oh, and he's going to have a chance here if he gets this right. So close for the MP9. It's exactly where it does the best work, but Flamey does neutralize that threat. Good dink nade. Nico, he's just slaughtering them. Boomich is low as well. And now Rain arrives. They're doing it just the 2 of them. Nico, Rain, a double kill apiece. And it will be Brokey to finish. A gorgeous round from 2 of the stars of FaZe Clan. And that's going to be problematic for NaVi, thrown back into economic disarray.
Beautiful scenes there from Nico. As Olof Meister, once again, he was on the end of the fishing line, and all he had to do was just show a bit of presence there. And they had 2 players ready and waiting to gun them down. Nico drops the Orknade towards the steps and manages to just spray them down as well. Rain swinging in from the vents. It's just a beautiful thing here. And NaVi are floundering on the T side of Nuke, unable to pick up a round so far. It's going to be 3-0, another partial buy on the agenda. As we'll see them invest with the PD50 Deagle, CZs, basic utility, probably the smokes towards outside again. Could try and drop a player down the vents perhaps, but doesn't look ideal right now.
I got goosebumps, Hank. You see that?
You do, actually?
Yeah, it was from Yanko cheering. I was like, my boy's happy.
Nice.
Oh, man, that's weird. My whole skin started crawling. But yes,
what are these emotions?
Coach. I don't know. What's going on? Feeling. Still, Nico this time. It's just satisfying that he's lined his crosshair up with the corner of that box. I'm satisfied.
Sure.
I'm going to be enjoying staring at this. It's like a still image. You can just see a little wiggle from Simple.
Yeah, so just to know, he's got a pixel gap on that door. He's looking for any movement there, and as soon as he sees that, he'll drop the incendiary, just trying to buy time. So let's see how that works out. Nice time to turn off the X-ray as well. And Electronic pushes through it. Nico's going to be in trouble here, but sticks the landing. Players all around him, and they're checking the wrong position. Great work from Nico once again. This guy is peaking into the tournament. 3 massive kills on a difficult round as well. NaVi are no joke with Deagle and Armor.
If ever there was a time for Nico to show up here in Katowice, an elimination game versus NaVi is a pretty damn good place to start. 23, not going to find his 24th. Boomich on decon does manage to claw the first back for NaVi in the 19th. But where do they end up? Bomb for Simple. Oh, let's get spotted out. Simple can swing into this. He's going to have to hit the first bullet though, and doesn't. Forced away with low HP. Think about what his choices have led to. Good shot. Tagged again. Maybe going to head towards that top site. Is there anyone there from FaZe? It doesn't seem that way. So Brokey towards heaven will not be able to stop the plant. A safe one from Simple, but with this kind of health, what could you possibly do? Nothing is the answer when Brokey so confidently, nonchalantly pushes it with the CZ.
Nice plan there from Simple. Gives them maximum loss bonus and an extra bonus of 800 as well. So we will see them have a very strong buy going forward, but now going to be 13-6 down. FaZe Clan going to get an extra $3,500 on top. By defusing the bomb, so their money is very well established at this point. 3 players survived. They still have the AWP in the hands of Brokey. And at this point, they're in cruise control. 4-0 up on the CT side. Nico's really feeling it. They've locked down towards lower. That kind of says it all. Not really much chatter going on the NaVi side. Nico looked like he's absolutely done for here. Somehow gets that third as well. Connects the headshot on one of the final bullets. And there's that last kill as well. Simple on the 3 HP. Couldn't do much of it. Try to get towards the hut. Doesn't work out. And we get into round number 20 now. We are going to have Nico still with that Krieg. AK-47 for Rain. This doesn't look good for NaVi at all. Have they got any more tricks up their sleeve?
Keep my eye on Brokey to see how his CT AWPing shapes up as well. He went for the aggressive fight. Very retro combination, the AWP and the CZ. Of course, increasing the pull-out time of the CZ was the nerf to that combination that did rule the world in 2015. Rocking it anyway. The initial damage is entirely favored FaZe. Good grief, take stock. Electronic. 1 bullet now from those M4s and Kriegs would be enough. Flamey Boomich now within that 1-shot headshot range. Powerful stuff from the early utility.
Yeah, lots of spam through the smoke. AT's thrown. Sets up the M4s to some 1 dig potential on 3 players. Nice flashbang from the teammates there. Nico feeling brave enough to challenge outside, and rightly so. Bomb goes down, sprays two of them down, and we're going to see ourselves in a 5-on-3. We have Electronic still low. And in terms of time, 30 seconds, Alex. The bomb's down in the most awkward of positions. How do they even pick that up and even think about planting it?
Yeah, Nico gets that so comfortably as well. He's really feeling himself into nuke. And FaZe's nuke has been something that they've kind of been surprised by themselves. You saw the interview stating that this was something that kind of happened naturally. Just started feeling more and more comfortable in practice. Well, Perfecto's trying to create some discomfort. 7 seconds left, though. They're just going to be looking to keep hold and have another go elsewhere. Electronic does take one. Not going to mean too much in the grand scheme. 14 for FaZe. They're 2 away. Perfecto. Oh, he doesn't get it. Goes down. That's going to be brutal.
Oh, that's a wry smile.
He's on 800 now.
That's so sick from Olofmeister. He had no business finding that kill, and it's a huge one. You're absolutely right. He died after the timer, and we're going to have a few compromises here by the looks of things. Boomage getting absolutely destroyed here by the long-range creek from Nico, dropping the bomb right in the open there. You can see Simple not really getting into it so far. Currently sat on 5 kills and 17 deaths. It's been quite a while since we've seen those sort of stats from him. Just to rush up here, maybe a little bit desperate, but it's the first kill for coldzera. Looks strong as well. He got Boomage for HP. He's going down for sure. Simple, can he save the day here?
It's his chance. Start the redemption story on our first map of this series. NaVi have looked lost on their T side. Last time they played this map, 2 T rounds. Well, so far, they've got none to show for it. That's coldzera, another frag from him. He's been collecting. Ooh, he's trying to get under the skin just a little bit. Triple kill from Cold.
Oh, I love that. That's cool. He knows Simple is going to be tilting a little bit right now. Get under the skin a bit more, but Electronic looking to save the day. Flamey's got this kill for sure. It's going to be a 2 versus... Oh my goodness, Brokey. He'll just have to smoke the bomb and go for it, I think. The time is running incredibly thin, and we'll see whether he can close things out here. Towards the ramp is where Flamey waits. Looks like he might be out of luck here. Couldn't actually justify dropping the smoke, and Flamey will get the win in the end. It's the first round on the board for NaVi on their T side, and they do manage to avoid map points at least. They are going to need a lot more where that came from. That was a scrappy round, and with all 5 players going down, FaZe have ample cash going forward, and we will see if they can actually invest with full rifles here. 3,300 for Boomage and Perfecto. Flamey did survive, so he does have the Krieg there, but they're going to take a terrorist timeout. Blade finally given an opportunity to read off the dossier of information he's got there.
He's just going to hit them with a slam poem he's been working on. 12 months in the working. This is it, the motivational speech.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, he does get an opportunity now to at least give his 2 cents just before the map falls apart for them. So we'll see whether there's any sort of changes here. They went for the fast upper in the previous round. Even with coldzera getting 3 kills, it still lands in favor of NaVi. Here are the scores right now. It's going to see, like I said, Olofmeister 5 and 15. It doesn't tell the full story. Like, he really has been influential.
Yeah, talking of not telling the full story, check out the ADR of Flamey and Simple compared to the kills. That's kind of cool. Flamey's been finishing them off, but 65 ADR for Simple. He has the very same average damage per round as his teammate with double his kills. That's right, 6 times 6 is 15. An active choice from Electronic to make some steps there. Wants the CTs to acknowledge his presence. Crucial fight now for Olof. Here's the step. Spots him. You can see the job of Electronic is survival as well. He's not rushing to do much more than pull that utility out of Olof, and a flash and a Molotov done already. Boomage sneaking. Okay. Electronic likely to find the frag here on Nico. This is looking good for an 8th here from NaVi. They've got a lot of control outside. Boomage can really start to surprise. Biding his time, taps away, head of Cold gone. Rain, quick reaction, but he's going to be traded. Great work from Perfecto as they react and support.
Well, then that's going to be the round, because Brokey and Olofmeister, they've got no business trying to attempt this retake. They're going to have to hold on to the weapons they have. Another success round from NaVi. Not over until it reads 16 at the top, and right now they still have a chance to close this in regulation. 4 players surviving here. Remember, this was a very difficult round for NaVi as well. With only 1 player surviving the previous. They had to enter with 1 deagle, 4 rifles. Still works out for them with 4 players surviving. The money's going to stabilize at least. Can't say the same for FaZe, but if they save these 2 weapons, they could definitely get a deagle or 2 around it and still win the round. with the AWP, and it looks like they'll be absolutely fine. No one's going to be hunting them too actively at this point. In towards Decon they go, just making sure everything's absolutely clear. They have got Electronic who's around Secret, but not pushing too much yet, and it will be 2 players to survive, as we'll find a few frags there for NaVi. 3 go down, bomb planted, job done. So round 23. This is where Yanko might want to get stuck in. Time will tell. Looks like he's fine with it. So you can see $2,000 per player. Not really worth a force buy. And considering the scoreline, the buffer of rounds you've got as well, might as well bide your time, go for some P250s around these 2 weapons and see what can be done. So 1 P250 called Zera, the other 2 take a full eco. So you can see they just want to focus on maybe making this round as expensive as possible for NaVi. Ideally save the AWP again. Still can win the round, of course. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, time will tell. Seems like a rather similar start to the round that just worked out for NaVi. They get Electronic down Secret early. Boomich will linger outside as well with Simple. That's a big frag. Olof goes down early, and that might be enough to entice him to make the call.
Well, that's the only M4 they had going down, and it's an awkward spot as well. Electronic will be patrolling that as he waits for Rain. Does take a bullet to the face. Will take a bit more damage to take him down. Still got 36, but that's not bad. Rain will recover the M4, I believe. So he's at least pushed Electronic back, and Brokey's found a frag. 4 on 4.
Yeah, Rain even picked up the kit, so keep your eyes on that should it pay off in the end. Nico, I love this position. He knows that his weapon's not going to win him the round, but his positioning could.
He spotted him. He's seen him. He doesn't want to overcommit here. He's just waiting until they actually go towards Evan. That's his chance.
Boomich is being very slow about this. And Brokey, he has that information. He's working with it as well.
So he knows he's up now. Don't think he saw him. Does now.
Yeah.
Okay.
30 seconds. Bombs outside with Simple.
Oh, he's got to wait for the perfect chance.
It's so close. Can't finish it. So low now, down to 24. One more bullet would do it, but they're on their way. And Brokey has to focus his attention on Boomich, but Rain's frag could have saved the day. That saved M4. He hasn't got Kevlar, and neither have NaVi got time. Rain continues. No armor, no problem. 100 health and 3 frags already. He's won the round for FaZe Clan. They bring in 2 rifles. They bring home the round.
That's great stuff from Rain. The double kill, the M4. All the meanwhile, it's Nico containing Boomich. Sure, he didn't find that frag. He goes down, but it means he's nullified. He can't do anything at 24 HP. They know exactly where he is, and Rain holds strong. He was the one to open things up as well. Whereas Olof had lost the M4. As a 5 versus 4, Rain comes in, finds the dink, recovers the rifle, makes his way back towards upper, and tucks himself in a decent position. And now played. Save the day, my friend. What have you got up your sleeve here? It's going to have to be something very special indeed, as we'll see potentially the final timeout of the game called. It's going to be the AWP over for Brokey. He's got 21 kills to his name. And in terms of cash available, there are rifles there for NaVi, but this is starting to fall apart now. FaZe, this is as good a chance of any to close things out. They're going to have plenty of money. Remember, 3 players took an eco in that previous round, which led to success. This is their map pick. A 16-8 scoreline would be idyllic. But there's always something to be said when the likes of Simple, Electronic are on the server. Great stuff from Nico in that particular round. Just biding his time, is making sure he didn't overcommit. Sure, he didn't get the kill in the end, but look how low that timer is at the top at this moment. 20 seconds, and you've got their in-game leader down to 20 HP. Oh, he still wasn't happy about it. Really not happy about that one.
He felt like he got done enough. He knew he'd land the dink. He was so low, but you could see how Boomich, because of the silencer on the USP, he was still looking at CT spawn when he got hit. Very good work from FaZe Clan. A joy to watch. And let's see if they can seal the deal now. Round 24. NaVi now have to go for quite the spree. They've managed to get 2 in a row before they were silenced just now by that scavenged M4. Rain's dink. If he didn't land that USP dink, maybe Electronic stands his ground. Maybe that M4's never getting 3 kills.
Yeah, he would have had, he could have kept patrolling it for sure. He would have stayed in that position, making sure the CTs couldn't grab it. As soon as he goes down to 30 HP, he has to get the hell out of there.
Damn, Rain. 1 bullet, 1 click of his mouse could have won them the round. And that's Counter-Strike, folks. That's why we tune in every single day. Katowice continuing to deliver here. And if you have just tuned in, you've arrived just in time. This is an elimination game between NaVi and FaZe.
Great position from Nico. I like this.
Oh, and it's a perfect double. He's heading for that 30 bomb. We've only seen 23 rounds of play. They line up. He nearly gets all 4.
I don't think he'll be punching himself in the head anymore, Alex.
Yeah. He's punched NaVi in the throat. What can you do now to save the day for NaVi? There's 2, more like 1.5 players remaining. It's Simple who's the one bleeding. And Brokey's removed his healthy teammate. just a matter of time for FaZe Clan to collect this, or will Simple finally find the form that's been eluding him. 24, he fakes it. He's not ready for Olof's position and collects the kill. FaZe Clan start the series with a bang. They take their map pick, Nuke, in the bag.
It was a great game there from FaZe. It felt like there was a chance.
echoes of your words crashing into me. Drown me in your lies, and there's no way to breathe. And my walls will keep you down. I am safe without the sound of you around. It's getting colder, and I'm the storm that's taking over.
We could be holding up our light. We could be fighting for what's right. Or we could be falling to pieces. Under the bridge of fire burns. Somewhere the pages start to turn. And somebody whispers, I need this. I will do anything just to make you see. Don't apologize for what's in your dreams. Maybe this time will be different. It's only us. It's only us. It's only us
pass and they couldn't get it done on the third. The biggest problem I have right now, it has to go back to simple. We build him up as a superstar, and he is a superstar. He's just had a very poor performance on the first map, and we need to look at the first time they played on Nuke. On the T side there, in the first half, Simple only had 5 kills, right? Then on the CT side, he activated, right? He came online, and he found himself 16 kills on that CT side to end with 21 kills overall. But he's been quiet on this first map of Nuke. He needs to come alive now, or I think this could just be an absolute 2-0 smashing by FaZe.
It's very contrasting, right? It's like hot and cold, like a Katy Perry song almost. If you look at it, he's either, you know, blowing him out of the water, or in this case, he's coming into this very cold. Now, obviously, the implications of this matchup are the fact that the winner advances to the quarterfinals, the loser is eliminated. So you're not hiding Strat. You should not be holding anything back.
No, of course not. And there are a few positives for NaVi as well. You saw Boomich giving his best simple impression on Nuke. He played actually very well in that first half. I think he finished on 22 frags in the first map. So he was doing his part of the job. We often mention Electronic as potentially being the best entry fragger in the world, and especially on Dust 2. He finds a lot of impact in that one. So they have things going for them, but we need to see Simple step it up.
We just quickly build on those entry frags. Last time these two teams played, the entry frags went in the favor of FaZe Clan 19-11, and they still lost. So this is why I think FaZe are going to take this one. They're not going to let that happen twice.
Yeah, they are looking like a rhythm right now. I think Jacob is exactly where we should leave this one off. I think we should just get into the server. Analysts stop talk and casters start talk. As we go into Dust 2, it's going to be that of NaVi fighting for a lifeline here, looking for the life raft and trying to stay afloat in Katowice. Take it away, Henry and Alex.
Thank you so much, guys, at the desk. NaVi thrown to the lower bracket by Fnatic and FaZe. They've comfortably found the first in this elimination series. Nuke's gone their way. Victory compulsory now on Dust 2 for the CIS squad. And the analysts, they haven't got much hope. Hank, how are you feeling?
I kind of feel that way inclined as well. It feels like FaZe, they've got the upper hand on this one, even though it's NaVi's pick. Sure, they've already beaten them on it. As they mentioned, though, it felt like a game FaZe should have completed. But either way, here comes Rain, an iconic position for him, flashed out towards shore, trying to use that USB to full effect as they spam wildly towards lower. No damage inflicted. And we'll have a look at the remaining setup here for NaVi. They've got one Molotov and a couple of flashes. That Xbox smoke's still down, and they may be trying to get up towards Catwalk here. We'll see what their next move's going to be.
Yeah, but they got a lot of cues off of that one. Rain did manage to draw some shots with his speculative shots of his own. Piecing this one together, NaVi, oh my goodness, FaZe, they're in exactly the right spot to fight with Simple, but they have abandoned short. They can contest it, stopping that cross, but of course the utility of NaVi will aid them. It's going to be perfecto. He can double flash them in, a Molotov perhaps to flush out the site, and off we go to the races. Rain looking to fire off some shots this time that connect. Simple is going to be the late arrival on Long, and Rain, he's already managed to find the first, and it's Olofmeister and Nico in perfect unison. FaZe in 5 seconds flat eliminate NaVi.
Oh, not the start they were looking for there. NaVi were pretty standard execution towards A. They smoked towards Xbox. They put the CTs back, couple of flashes over, Molotov on the side, but the Molotov does absolutely nothing for them. Rain is waiting on the ramp. He gets the most important kill of them all. This one right here. Bomb goes down in a really awkward spot, and at this stage you can see the USBs just connecting every single bullet, landing in the skulls of NaVi there, and no bomb planted suggests it's going to have to be an eco. AK's in the third.
Now, I'm no expert, Henry.
Go on.
That Molotov on the pistol, it did provide a whole lot of extra cover for Rain playing ramp.
It actually looked like it did, right? It seemed like it kind of shrouded his position instead of like taking vision away from him. Yeah, it's a good point. They were hoping to flush someone out there on the bomb site and hopefully make things awkward, but you're right. I think it actually provided some camouflage. as we'll see one of those rounds where if they get the bomb down, that'll be a victory in its own right for NaVi. Most common approach in these sort of rounds will be towards short, because you can send 5 players up. If you just get 1 kill, maybe not even that, you could sometimes force out a plant. That's not bad from Simple. Starting to get warmed up now at a very quiet showing on the first map of Nuke, as they make some way towards a bomb site. There's not actually much presence there at all. We are going to have 1 player towards long. It's going to be Olofmeister, but he's got the MP9. Can't really challenge this one. The bomb probably goes down here.
Yeah, you said force a plant. Well, Simple's Deagle does seem to have been the catalyst in getting the explosives down. Victory, bit too much of a tall order, but this can be damaging for FaZe Clan. They're going to be pincering in 3 short, 1 long. Boomich perhaps to flank on Rain, but it's unlikely he gets the timing because Rain, he is not slowing down. Crab walking into the site to tap away at the head of Flame. He does bring him down to an operational frag, and there we go. That'll be Brokey to convert. 3v3 though. Coldzera has to be tidy with this one. Electronic can still take him down, but he is all alone and does get the first with just his Glock. Brokey on the defuse, can't be contested. Perhaps a FAM has to take into the next. Olof has other plans. $600 for FaZe Clan's Olof, and 2-0 on the board.
Yeah, but bear in mind, I just said that if they get the bomb down, that's a victory. They managed to get 3 kills. Bomb planted. They've actually got enough for an AWP. If they really wanted to bring it out early, they could actually drop a quick AWP into the equation. Let's see how this shot went down. 1 bullet, of course, straight to the face of Nico. Does enable them to plant and makes things very problematic for FaZe going forward now. This will be a weak buy. You can see Brokey's only got the Desert Eagle. There's a scout out for Nico, and I assume there's an M4 on the ground for Olof, which there is. Brokey does get a FAMAS as well, so everything looking okay for them. It's a faster approach from NaVi. Could just be going through those mid doors of Electronic, charging down towards Xbox. Jumps up. Instead, just waiting. See if you can hear any sound cues at this point. No one towards the short position. We've got Rain in CT spawn. Nico just a scout on the A side. Standard catwalk smoke here. Takes vision away from the CTs. Gives you a little one-way as well towards the car position. Still have plenty of utility on the T side. 4 smokes remaining. This is a good boost. You don't see this too often these days, but very effective at shutting down mid to B splits. It is a pre-fire. You'll see 2 smokes coming if they do go to that position, and CT spawn on top of the boxes on the right, and normally pre-firing range spot. That's why you'll stay crouched until you feel like you can get a couple of kills and survive.
We're seeing a lot of teams now actually having obviously a variety of different lineups, but to molly that close right corner doors, it seems like it holds a lot of power and a lot of information as well with the sound cues.
It's just a really awkward position to go out and dry face it. It's better off just to drop a Molotov there and confirm no CTs are in position. Speaking of position, we have got Coldzera close to those tunnels right now. He gets himself out of it though. Molotov pushes him right back into the bomb site there. We had the smoke down, so it's absolutely fine. And the A finish coming in here for NaVi, but it's Nico. Remember, this is the scouts. Dropping the CD spawn. Great stuff.
That's a great catch. Rain's going to be mad about that one. Nico, though, with only a scout, he can't really actively hold that drop down. Certainly not convincingly. And NaVi, they've got all their pieces in the right place now. They're crossing into the site pretty much uncontested. Long presence is there. This is textbook from NaVi. And FaZe, they might just accept this one. You can see their stance does suggest something of that ilk.
I think you might be right there. They're not rotating at all. And these are more the rounds we want to see. Teams accepting the fact that they can't win this round and just hold on to the money. I think we had it yesterday on Inferno. It just felt like there were lots of rounds where you just you can give this one up. You don't have to win this round. Save the money and look to the next. It's very early days here on Dust 2, so I don't mind this at all as NaVi execute there towards CT spawn. A few smokes down, flashes over. Nico doesn't even hear them drop down, and Rain, he was just absolutely done for at that point, but still, very well done. Just 1 kill found. That's going to be for Boomich. He'll get that bomb planted. There's no chance of a retake, but FaZe keep their weapons up, and it means they can get some utility now. They'll still have the 3 rifles. Rain might be down to an SMG, but they'll have the utility they need going forward. Nico will stay on the scout, and he's also got the kit as well, just to note that.
Yeah, and of course, Boomich will communicate where he found Rain, so they'll be keeping their eyes peeled for that boost again, should they try anything towards middle. Let's see this. He gets the glimpse of him, and that's the only frag of that round.
Yep. You don't see that too often, but it makes a lot of sense. Rain will just be there with the Desert Eagle. They don't fully invest in all the utility they need. They're trying to keep the money strong here, so that's quite nice to see. Perfecto with a decent long spawn. He's got 4 players to deal with here. Makes his way out on towards the barrel. Flashbangs are catching him, but the bullets are not. We are going to see Rain, though, out of nowhere with a double kill on the Desert Eagle. That recovers some weaponry now, and they've got the advantage, but damage has been inflicted. This kill's massive, and it is Electronic to deliver.
Only 1 scout shot from Nico. He gets 1 chance at this, and it's missed. Forced to retreat now as the site does not get over Duran. Yes, Electronic has control, But instead, his partners in crime, Boomich and Flamey, have other plans, are now heading towards short. They're not quite convinced that they'll do so uncontested. A Molotov towards doors enables them to do so. Starting their cross now, Nico's upgraded to an AK, can start the tapping, but not to be. The shooting gallery, very difficult when 3 targets are shooting back at the same time.
It's looking good for NaVi. It's all up to Rain, already got 2 kills to his name, but 19 HP, Brokey. Currently in CT spawn, looking for any sort of opportunities here. I think they're going to have to give in. Rain will hold towards the pit and see if anyone overextends, maybe take a rifle away from them, but I don't think they'll be going for it. Brokey starts to retreat, only got the FAMAS here. And remember, they didn't fully invest into the round, didn't buy absolutely everything. They've kept themselves about $1,000 per player, and in terms of loss bonus, they are going to be at the second stage after this one, so that's going to be 1,900 coming through. That's the kill Rain was looking for. Absolutely fine with that.
At that range, Electronic's head is 3 pixels wide. That's precise. That's the 3rd added to his tally. It doesn't look great for Flamey, actually, in this one. If he continues his investigations, that's an easy pickup for Brokey, making this very costly for the NaVi squad.
So Boomich not going to deny the Krieg, I don't think. We'll see if Brokey can actually upgrade. He doesn't. Surprising. Just going to make sure he absolutely survives that one. We go 2-2. NaVi starting to wake up now. Just got absolutely battered on Nuke. But this was impressive from Rain. The second kill, a little bit awkward for both teams there. Lovely shot. You're absolutely right towards Electronic. Very precise indeed. The AWP for Simple. Coming out of round number 5. One Krieg saved the FAMAS. They don't force again. They've already got a map under their belt.
Very reserved from FaZe Clan. It's not always been the way they've looked. At times we describe them as the AIM stars. Less structure, well, that's all changed. You know, a year has passed since then. Rosters have changed. No Guardian. Brokey rocking the AWP as well. The rookie that impressed them. Seen a couple of stories like that, I mean, look at Perfecto. They weren't expecting him to be the one. He played practice and it just felt right. Same story came out of the FaZe Clan Brokey pickup. Yeah,
pretty much. Everyone within the top 10 right now has one of these young stars that's emerged in the last year. You look at MIBR bringing in Mayan, for example. Like, there's lots of names we're not really aware of, but getting signed by these massive organizations. We'll see now if we have any sort of resistance here from FaZe. Olof confirms that short is clear, at least for now, but he fires off some shots. He's trying to funnel them towards middle. He's seen them dropping down now. He's just suggesting, yeah, I'm not sure. You shouldn't really think about coming up here. Maybe go towards B. Maybe that's a better option. You can see they've got a nice setup, but you don't actually see this too often. 2 players tucked in on the left. If now Brokey does them quickly, it's likely they don't even check coldzera's position. But either way, he's going to push in. Brokey's done for here unless he times this very well indeed. He's just going to go down. coldzera has a chance here. Can he get more than one?
It's a chance, certainly. Tucks in on the corner. Perfecto presents good damage and finished by Nico. His deal is looking fierce, but so simple. Flamey through the smoke, but it's all on him. Olof, his teammates have tagged down his opponent, so now Flamey operating with just 23 and actually just 20 on the clock. He is going to have to get a hurry on. Olof knows it. He can start crawling.
Olof's got a Krieg now. No armor, but like you said, just one bullet will do it. He's seen Flamey cross over at this point. Bomb will have to be planted. He has no choice. He has to go for it. Tucks himself in the corner. Olof doesn't swing just yet. Going towards those double doors. He's going to walk in. One bullet will do it.
One single bullet. Flamey trying to get somewhat of a surprising angle, but he's gone for the 50-50. Olof got some information. He reacts, and Olof secures the 3rd for FaZe Clan. Phenomenal from Nico. They don't even have a chance, a say in that round if he doesn't hit that second dig.
Well,
crucial.
I like that. The fact they push in towards that B tunnel position there. It actually baits NaVi to come through. coldzera is ready and waiting. The Desert Eagle gets one, does significant damage to a second as well. Allows Nico to get a quick kill on the first upon entry, then nails the second headshot. And that's going to be momentum going in favor of FaZe here. Great work from Simple. He actually got the wall bang towards the double doors. And look at this. Oof. You don't see that too often. Not that clean. And all of Mice, we said one bullet would do it. Fires about 5 towards that position. Flamey not happy about it. We haven't seen many death slams this tournament. That's going to be one of the first. Frustration setting in here as they limp into round number 6 with Galils and a Mac 10.
Nico prefers to punch himself.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. It's the YOLO play. When all else fails, send Simple up mid, and oh my goodness, he was an inch from finding Rain. He's still good. Holding this line so confidently, but he presents his bottom, and coldzera is ready to spank. A second from coldzera. Body shots into Electronic. And I'm not talking about the ones après ski. 4v3.
It'd be weird if you were talking about those ones.
Yeah. Other unique
Good,
experience.
good to clarify, though.
Clarification is important, Henry. And so is this round for NaVi. They are operating at a disadvantage, and they're so spread out. What do you make of the simple all-in, charging down the middle?
It suggests the mindset they're in right now. We saw a lot of that on Nuke, him taking matters into his own hands. Players like Nico will do that as well when they're in a tough spot. I just think it's a little bit too early to pull the trigger on that sort of play. It's such a gamble. If it doesn't work out, it's a wasted round, right? You just feel, okay, we just bored up into that for nothing, really. But this is lovely for coldzera. The fact that they've now got a 4-on-2, he's pushed towards B, all that information gathered, he can fall back now. He doesn't need to protect that bomb. He just needs to have a bit of self-preservation here. That's going to be another kill for coldzera, no problem at all. This is Counter-Strike perfection right now. We'll see whether he can close things out. Not quite. Gonna get it. It's going to be perfected to remove him from the equation, and we'll be left in a 3 versus 1. But pretty much no chance he can even get the bomb down here. We'll see what he's made of.
Manoidi hasn't collected it. There we go. Scoops it up. 20 seconds. The fight would be versus Nico. He does not miss many. Yeah, no issues. FaZe Clan will find themselves 4 and start to build the lead. They picked up the pistol and converted. That's the first 2, and now 2 in a row heading into round 7. Second map, if you just joined us, NaVi, they did fall on Nuke. Dust 2, it's a rematch of the opening game of Group A between these two teams, and it was 16-14. It went the full 30. And our analysts suggesting that actually FaZe probably should have won that.
I think I tend to agree. Simple. Running out towards his mid doors. coldzera can't believe his luck. A freebie as they rush towards long now. Nico might be in trouble here. Has he got backup?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
He does, but Olaf Mice a little bit late. They still could recover that AWP, which they have. He needs to be very careful here. They're going to swing out on it any second now, and he could be taken down. If they get that kill in the hands of Simple, that could be enough. He misses it, though. Olaf is going to use that opportunity to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, he knew he had probably 1 second before that repeak was coming in, and he does manage to reposition. They'll boost Olaf up, and that's damage control. Nico did, of course, make an express delivery of a priority package. That AWP makes its way into Simple's hands, and that mistake, that death, that find from Boomich could be enough to give them a chance. There was none, but now a 4 versus 4 and an AWP on your star player. It's just enough to try and make an impact. You will see NaVi acknowledge that, slow things down, give him the space to start trying to do what he does best.
Yeah, there's plenty of time here. Problem is, Alex, they only have that AWP, nothing else, no armor. And they'll go towards long, which makes sense. I assume he'll hold towards platform. They'll just creep up and he'll just be behind them, backing them up, using his teammates as cannon fodder here. coldzera just gets flashed over towards the crossover. Just get a little peek. He didn't get much for it, but they are coming in that direction. 30 seconds here. Simple gets one more. They will fully commit.
He saw the M4 on the back of Olaf, just a tiny tip of the barrel, just the tip. It's Simple finding the first for NaVi, trying to get in, and another falling. Simple's done everything he possibly could, but his teammates, they just had nothing to support him. Great work from FaZe to finish, but at what cost? They lost 3 players, and they are kept honest. No one going to be able to build too much of a bank. 2 rifles preserved, and we're off into another round of play. We get to see that replay of coldzera's hold, just making sure he can catch and at least inflict as much damage, soften him up for his teammate holding on sight.
Well, decent eco there, I have to say, for NaVi. More than they bargained for sure. No AWP going to round number 8, however. We do have a potential B on our hands at this point. The mid split coming through, and there's only 1 player towards the side. That's Brokey.
You know what they say about Bs, Henry?
What's that?
They sting. In they go. NaVi not going to be able to find the first, and Brokey, he can just stay there. No worries, the smoke's still there. Grey screen if you want to fight me. Flashes from his teammates now, and that's enough. It deters, and NaVi will reassess.
Well then. I thought they were going to commit off that one, but Brokey's done enough to push them right back into a default. You can see the bomb coming through T-spawn. Electronic. Little gander down towards the double doors there. Nico still the AWP. Traditionally plays towards that car position, but he's going to allow Olaf Meister to set him up towards the long doors. He can peek towards the T car here. If he gets that position, it means he can just anchor long and just stay there, be happy with it. He doesn't want to push any further than this, but now he has full control. Long is no longer a problem at this stage. We'll see whether he wants to commit to it. Maybe he's going to send Olaf in just to anchor it with the M4. He'll have a shadow advantage here.
Well, if he tucks in on that corner instead, he actually wants to actively fight in. Rightfully so, Electronic wasn't ready, but Olaf unprepared for the swing. NiKo, fortunately, can keep control of Long. He will be flashed off, and great work from Boomich, the jiggle to draw the shot, keep attention on him. NiKo, you're in trouble here. They're already up on A. He hits the dink onto Simple. We'll see if that pays off in the end, but now NaVi have a real shot at the third.
I can't believe he hit that USP bully. He actually might have saved the round here. We'll see. It's coldzera coming through. Simple can't challenge. A couple of bullets towards Simple or Flamey will save the day. They've got no utility on the CT side, and money isn't amazing. I think they might just be giving up already, which is fair enough. They have a 5-2 lead. They save these two rifles. They've got a nice healthy buy going forward. You obviously can't buy the AK on the CT side as well. Got to hold on to that. Just didn't feel it. They need like a flashbang, a smoke or something. They don't have the information we do to these players. They're so incredibly low.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure NiKo was aware he hit that dink.
Yeah, you might be right there. He was overwhelmed by that one. He wasn't ready for the pincer. That's a classic textbook move there from NaVi, getting long control and then just pushing up towards short. Just so you called, there's two players trying to defend that position. They time it very well. It's a successful round. Simple still has the AWP. 2 kills for Boomich in that round. Massive work.
It's quick math, isn't it? You kill Olof on Long. You know NiKo's still there. You're hearing the AWP shots. You pretty much assume that there's only going to be, at max, one fighting you on short.
I liked what Olof did there. Like, getting in towards long doors is great, but I agree with you. Just holding that tight corner might have been better off, just having the advantage there. And it would have meant NiKo could really focus towards the A short position and actually been ready for that. But obviously, hindsight is 2020, and we will have a terrorist timeout now after winning the previous round. So Blade, he's got something else up his sleeve at this point, maybe going to change the pace up. And from what we've heard, their comments, like, if they ever take a tactical timeout, it does suggest massive changes are coming. They want to kind of change the pace up. We'll go for an execution here. This is the round where I throw in a bit of a Hail Mary if I'm FaZe, knowing that they don't really call many pauses.
Yeah, and you've got so many players who are capable of taking that Hail Mary and running with it. I mean, Rain, he set records on this map in terms of just straight frags. Keep your eyes on who from the FaZe roster chooses to step up. It could be determined by a lot of things. Spawn and, of course, the call. We're into it. NaVi, they call the timeout, and it does seem like the bomb and the majority of their squad is heading towards the B side with pace.
Indeed. Boomich, he'll be patrolling towards middle. They haven't rushed people. They still have 4 players waiting for the flames, and it's going to be Olof Meister waiting for the brains of Boomich as they commit towards B. Brokey completely flashed off. How is he still alive? He gets away with a perfecto, that is, but coldzera now with a very difficult task as the incendiaries come through. He can't leap through the window. Surely he went for it, and he's punished.
Yeah, this looks really good for NaVi. Perfecto, that frag is enough to lock him out. And FaZe, they've been so happy to save. It seems like a similar call is being made. They are keeping their eyes on the long term. That's 3 rounds that I can think of at the top of my head here on Dust 2 alone, where they've made the safe call. Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense, right? Like, you've just got to hedge your bets sometimes with this thing. Is this actually going to work out for us? Notoriously one of the most difficult bomb sites to retake, especially when you have a disadvantage here. They had smokes, they had incendiaries. They could have gone for, they could have smoked the tunnels, Molotov the platform. But looking at bigger picture right now, they want to win this map. They don't need to steal rounds away. Keep the money strong. With 3 weapons up, you've got a great chance of actually winning the next round. They're not going to have a massive amount of loss bonus. They'll be at second stage after this one, I believe. So they'll get $1,900 per play on top of the very little they have. It's actually 0 across the board. So around $2,000. And it might be a similar sort of situation we saw on Nuke, where they'll get some PT50s to go with this. They don't necessarily want to dump everything they've got. The fact that Brokey got that blinded is a very, very good flashbang. Yeah. I didn't understand his move in coldzera though. I think he was trying to go for a surprise play through this flames. He just committed in, back turned. I think he was getting flashed in as he came through. Yeah, I imagine Brokey's dying. He's assuming they're still just coming out the mouth of tunnels. He wasn't ready for that platform position so early. Yeah, I have to give more credit to Brokey because he was full flashed. He did the backwards strafe off the step onto the box, over the box, and down while full white on his screen. That's muscle memory, and it did manage to buy him a couple of extra seconds to draw the NaVis into a wider swing. That's 2 timeouts, 2 rounds back to back. That's an indication of just how serious this is. The odds and the stakes are so damn high. NaVi looking to secure a 3rd map. Inferno waiting in the wings should they find the victory here. It's their map pick, but FaZe unfazed by the map. Simple, missing the shot on the cross. Rarity to see that one in the feed these days. Instead, it's going to be Rain eliminating Electronic, and he stands his ground. Boomich through the flames. For what? He does tuck in on the blue bin. In a way boost, but coldzera's pushing up middle as well. You can see some flare coming out from FaZe here.
Yeah, this isn't a bad call, actually. Olofmeister can sabotage their efforts, but is he aware that Perfecto is going to be towards despawn? He just about gets the crosser there, but minimal damage inflicted. It brings it back to a 4-4. Rain had to work so hard to get that first pick, and now he could be done for. Is he the one who gets boosted up? That would make sense. And now they know exactly where he is. They'll have to go towards short now. I think the swing is coming, Alex. It's up to Nico and Rain here. It's simple, landing a stunning headshot. The last line of defense has to be Nico, using the incandescence of the flames, trying to hold on, but the smoke is down. He won't be finding a quick frag just yet, but there is a slight gap, I suppose.
Simple, so desperate to bait out the shots. He does get Boomich into the site safely, but the boost comes in, and so does the kill. Ooh. Simple, a quick reaction could secure the round for NaVi, and he hunts for the last. Brokey's gone, coldzera remains. 40 seconds. Perfecto, he's got his eyes in the right place, but coldzera, ever precise, finds his 8th frag, and Simple, he thinks he's got enough time, and he has. coldzera's hit the walk key, and that's enabled Simple to go to the other side of the map.
Yeah, he's got a nice clean plan down here. He's got no utility, but he's got all the time in the world, the most open plan he can ask for. He could just tuck himself in the back of the bomb site if you want to go for the extra cheesy play, which he might do at this point. We will see. Everyone would assume in this sort of scenario, you just think he's going to be towards tunnels here. We'll see what Simple's got up his sleeve. He wants to spot out coldzera. Gets himself towards Xbox, and actually just ducking and weaving here. It's a little bit dicey.
It's ballsy. Just hoping for the timing. Got the information he needs, and that's a simple round for NaVi. 4 frags in it, and that quick reaction onto Nico was how he managed to get the gag order issued. Make sure that FaZe couldn't continue to make things a whole lot awkward. Losing that bomb planter, it could have gone so wrong.
Bear in mind, that was technically an eco as well for FaZe. They had those 3 saved weapons, 2 USPs. They still brought it down to a 1 versus 1. Their money will be relatively strong going forward, but an epic performance here from Simple. The shots he got up here, the sequence of events were pretty magical, I have to say. And finally, some damage landed for those double doors. It'll be coldzera down to 30. Flamey pushing the envelope once again towards the long double doors. He makes his way out towards blue bin, and there will have to be a reaction play here from the CTs. The fact they've given up long like this, I expect them to be a little bit more inquisitive, even towards short of those B tunnels, as they've given up full long control at this stage. So it's Olofmeister. He's probing off towards short. Rain and coldzera by the mid doors. They're probably going to have to push this with a little bit of assistance from Olof. And in they go. There's an HE. They really do need to go for those doors, start getting towards top and middle, but they're worried about the AWP presence on the other side.
Yeah, together, all 4 of them will get that information, ensuring that they can do so safely.
So that's something. There's no one lower B. They can take an educated guess that all 5 players are towards long at this point. Still a 5-on-5. They don't have an incendiary, but Olofmeister trying to scramble back into position here at the A side. He knows it's a long approach, and he gets himself in a heads-up position.
There's a lot of utility on NaVi. I'm seeing 3 bottles of flame, and 2 of them now flying through the sky. A nade in response, trying to soften them up, and Olof wants to fight on the flash from Nico. Good catch from Flamey. This should be NaVi's. Only one can really contest his Rain, and he has to be so precise. This is a headshot angle, and there's 3 hunting him down from different angles. He does well to find one, and coldzera frag does manage to make things close, but NaVi find their 6th.
Big round from NaVi. Clean one as well. Wasn't the best of buys for FaZe. They did have enough for heavy weaponry, but didn't have those incendiaries. Lost long control. You saw their reposition towards short and middle. That was the right call, but there's no one there to really handle them. They're trying to get back towards the bomb site. They get a couple of kills here, but it's overwhelmed by the manpower of NaVi. All 5 up towards that A bomb site. Very efficient with those creeks. And we'll see another eco for FaZe here. 6-5 down. Remember, this is a T-sided map, so they'll be happy with this. That's why they're saving so much. They'll take the rounds, and they seem like they actually have a chance of picking them up. So they've got a couple of smokes, 4 deagles. coldzera gets some Kevlar. That's about as exciting as it gets. And NaVi have read it quite well as well. They're going to have 2 MAC-10s up against 4 unarmored players. So they should chew through them. No problem at all here.
Yeah, Boomich and Perfecto are just going to be given a whole lot more freedom. Let them off a leash a little. Ensure that the information is communicated before you send your hard hitters in. It's cat and mouse. Find FaZe clan. A little less catchy than Find Waldo, but...
Or Wally, if you're from the UK.
Shout out to Where's Wally. I was the kid that got that out of the school library. Everyone else is getting out all these books. I'm the one that's renting Where's Wally.
I think I might have been the same.
Anywho. That's a bit of a problem in future for NaVi if they choose those same smokes, but Gap not going to be an issue this time because there's more where that came from. A second set from Flamey and Simple for the cross.
Yeah, another 5-man approach from NaVi. It worked out so well before against the Rifles. One will give it a go with the Mac-10s leading the charge here. Remember, no armor on FaZe. Looking to farm some cash here. Perfecto with 4 frags. I'm sure he'll get a couple more here. There's the first. And there is going to be a Coldzera on the side here, but everyone sits in the smokes these days. No one's taking anything for granted, but it is buying time. Coldzera emerges, somehow gets one. And what a scalp to find as well. That's Simple removed. Trying that boost again, but he's showing a little bit of ankle. It's going to be Nico giving up his position, and now at this point, a 2-on-2. Olofmeister brings one back. Do they have a say in this one? Well, if they do, are we down to this man on your screen right now? Needs 2 Deagle headshots very quickly indeed.
Olof crawls. Not going to happen. A lovely coordinated peek from the NaVi remaining. Puts the 7th on the board. And actually, I mean, they're going to be hunting for a 9-10 scoreline coming into their attempt at the defense. We have seen, especially here in Katowice, some ridiculous. In fact, here's a good example. Mousesports G2, they took it in turns to get 11 rounds straight on their T side.
That was insane, wasn't it? It looked like, okay, this game's done. Shut it all down. Then I came back in, and it's like 11 rounds in a row? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, yeah, Dust 2 is a weird map. It's one of the most momentum-based, spawn-based, and economy on the CT side can run away from you. You can find yourself never getting the double orbs out. We haven't seen that from FaZe yet, and I know they like to lean towards it. Simple trying this audacious pick towards middle. This time a bit of backup behind him, so it's not as wild. But watching towards CD spawn, he knows that the likes of Rain normally rotates back in, and he would be dead on. That's going to be the opening frag. I've calculated the one this time. That's not just rushing middle. He's just waiting for Rain and is aware of his tendencies.
Yeah, someone's been watching some demos because it's the same player, same angle, and he finds him this time. Rain gone.
And before Rain tucked the left wall, he was maybe a bit more aware before. This time, a little too open, taken down. And what's the reply from NaVi at this point? They've got the advantage. They've been focusing towards that long position. This time, manpower towards short. Nico working with Olof at the ramp here. Yeah, he needs a pick. He knows it.
He knows they're coming his way, so he's going to try and get the first and fall off. The smokes do suggest the push is coming. Olof considering the smoke to extinguish, but he doesn't need it. Instead, he aggresses. He's got a good idea. They know Electronics drop CT. This is no longer an advantage. He's trapped himself. Coldzera from short will pinch them in, pushing them, poking, prodding, saying, go A. You're kind of running out of options. Not anymore. Simple relieves that pressure, and there's more coming from long. 8th. Looking good for NaVi. Electronic does fall eventually after being called out, but he managed to catch the dink, and so Brokey, he'll just be lucky to be alive.
We didn't see much from Simple on Nuke, but my God, is he ever showing up now. Wall bangs all over the shop here on their T side of Dust 2. The one towards Xbox as well. You'd think you're safe in that position. You think, right, as long as I don't peek, they can't get me. But of course, straight in the skull, it's the AWP bullet that finds Coldzera, and at this point, it's going to be 3 players surviving for NaVi. Another successful round. It's a scrappy map, and they're landing their shots at this point. Brokey will have the M4 and just be looking to save it with just 9 points of health.
Simple again, drawing blood early. This was compulsory for NaVi. You had to have Simple because it was what, 4, 5? I think he was around, like, he was struggling to break 10 on Nuke.
Yeah, it was like single digits, I think. So it really didn't go well at all. But excellent work here, just stringing rounds together. That's going to be 6 in a row now on their T side. Maximum loss bonus on the CT side will only get you so far. They've saved an M4. There's a partial buy there, I suppose, but it all started with that simple push towards the mid doors. We talked about it yesterday, just knowing that most teams will focus towards long or B. Middle's normally open at the start. We'll see players like Nico do that in the second half as well with the AK-47. Get out there quickly, wait for rotating CTs, land your shot. That can be the round in itself.
And round 14 commences. Heavy lean long with the Desert Eagles. A bit of Kevlar thrown in for good measure, and that did look a little awkward for NaVi. In the smoke, Flamey does get chunked just a little bit, and Olof gets a whole lot of information. Clears out that blue box push.
Yeah, Simple actually shot the teammate there, unfortunately, but doesn't completely destroy Flamey's round. He's still got 60 health.
Just a wing clip.
Yeah.
Doesn't want him flying too far away.
They still have the majority of their smokes and flashes here. Still with 3 Molotovs as well as they reposition towards short. It's all about reactions on this map. If you lose territory, you need to reclaim it elsewhere.
Well, that territory looks like it's going to be the fort on short, and that's a brutal way to go down. He had a target. And a second presented itself as he relocated his crosshair now towards the short position. Simple. He's just shooting them through walls. He doesn't need to see his opponent. He finds the head regardless.
Yeah, this is kind of insane, the amount of wall bangs he's getting straight to the head every single time, it seems.
Yeah, through the double doors.
Yeah.
We've seen him do it now. Actually, just the round before.
The Xbox, yeah.
Xbox, yeah.
So that's round complete. Brokey again to save the M4. It's a rough life out there as a B anchor. Sometimes you can get no action whatsoever. We haven't really seen any B splits from NaVi. It's all just been full-on long takes or A splits.
Yeah, they've made it look like a B a couple of times. He's got one, but very hard to make an impact when all the action's happening on the other side of the battleground. We said 9-10 would be the goal, and NaVi are about to find the 9th. This has been quite the run from them now. 6 rounds on the trot. This will be their 7th. They're going for him. They're pushing him in. He'll find Perfecto, but they're all coming, and he knows it. And he won't even find a second. Simple makes sure of that with his Desert Eagle. And so the final round of the first half of our second map today. FaZe Clan and NaVi. And 17 frags for Simple. You can see that frag onto Nico. He has just found the form that was missing on map 1. And thank God, for Counter-Strike fans, this series now will fully deliver. Whether we see 3 maps or it ends here on Dust 2. An integral part of the NaVi machine has been inserted.
Nico taking matters into his own hands. Still yet to see that double orb set up, but firing off a shot towards short. He realizes he has to get the hell out of there and reposition now. Drops the incendiary to buy some time. Disallow access for electronic towards short, and Olofmeister holding the HE out towards long. And that's a dangerous game. Needs to be very careful here. They exchange bullets. And at this point, Flamey's had enough. He's going to go join his teammates.
Worth mentioning that if you heard us say Brokey's change roles, main or, well, an exception on Dust 2. It will be Nico and Cold to take the second should they need it, as he plays that flexible B support mid. It's perfect for that secondary orb. Brokey, expect to see that back in his hands should we see Inferno.
Well, they dribble smoke through. The bomb is in towards tunnels. I don't think they'll use that smoke, but maybe they'll have to now at this point. Boomich goes down. That's the in-game leader removed. Symbol hasn't missed many so far in this map. AWP waiting at the mouth of the tunnels. Smoke down for now. Waiting for their teammates to show a little bit of presence here towards A. Nico might be buying it. In terms of the general setup here, just Brokey alone towards B. We said he hasn't had much action yet, but he could be tested at this point. 30 seconds remain. The bomb still towards tunnels. Suggests they'll stay on that side of the map. This looks like a promising smoke. It's going to land towards CT spawn.
And a flash, Nico off the angle, but that might spur him to a support B. It does, and he's arriving just as they exit the mouth. Brokey to be checked and fragged. Perfecto. Perfect. Nico, another frag from him, but Flamey was in tow. All off to trade, and so a 2 versus 3 as the bomb goes down with just a second to spare.
First advantage we've seen in a long time here for FaZe is the last round. No saving at this point. They do have a 3-on-2 lead. Barely any utility on the T side, but Simple, he knows he has to step up here. Nails that first shot, finds his 18th frag. Now where there might be a second player towards the tunnels, but Perfecto, he's got to patrol towards the window and the doors here. Simple confirms the tunnels are clear. Retake has to commit any second.
Oh, Perfecto, that's lovely from him. Newcomer to NaVi, a triple kill to find the double digits. Natus Vincere, they are back in business. A competitive game on our second map, and Dust 2 continues when we return from our break. Second map of the elimination between NaVi and FaZe. It's a spot in the Spodek if you win, and elimination means you'll be forced to watch from the stands. Everything on the line. It's the second half of our second map. I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry G, and it's time to see what FaZe have got in store for the favoured side on Dust 2, the T.
Well, here we go then. 10-5 and a pistol round with 2 smokes. A couple of flashbangs, 1 Molotov. No upgraded pistols on either side here, so standard weaponry. But a push from Simple is going to be shut down. coldzera ready and waiting on the barrel there. It is responded by Electronic as he gets a nice shot towards lower B. So everything back to a 4-4. Technically does favour FaZe Clan. Just because the CE defense will be spread much thinner, and you can group up on the T side in a pack of 4 and attack the weaker defense. We'll see what happens here. Olaf Mice with the bomb towards T spawn. coldzera still waiting towards those doors as well.
Boomich is tucked in on that corner. Very limited utility for this one to be pieced back together again. Towards short, it will be Electronic. He's already found the first frag of this round to be tested. And that Molotov, we saw NaVi throw a similar one. Let's see what Nico chooses to do with his.
And this tournament so far, when FaZe have found the opening pick, they've only converted 33% of these rounds. We'll see if they can find this pistol victory. It's Nico that can't get a kill on Electronic as he gets his second. Now tucking himself in. coldzera will have to step up. Electronic just picking them off like it's no problem whatsoever. coldzera left towards long, and that's going to be it. That's going to be the ace for Electronic, stepping up, managing to actually shut them down one by one. It's the USP that doesn't miss a beat.
Doesn't miss a shot. Electronic just added 5 to his kill total, and he's just ascended from 9 to 14. That's him back in the fray at the top of the scoreboard now alongside Simple. 18 for the start of the NaVi show. Seems like they're going to opt for 2 rifles and 3 SMGs to mow down what looks to be the full eco. Hoping to catch that CT aggression. Of course, in the pistol, Simple charged up. This time, a little more reserved. He's way back behind the double doors. Boomich. Oh, the timing is so good for Boomich. Just as the smoke fades, he's behind the corner. Does take 2 before he's finally caught by coldzera. That 1 P250 is enough to find the head.
Yeah, this doesn't look like we're getting the bomb down now. Like we said before, usually going towards short is the best point of approach. Electronic continues the strong form from the pistol round, gets himself another frag here, tucks himself in with the smoke, and calling in for the backup here. It's Simple, swinging in with the MP9, confirming they've fallen back. And that's good information gathered here. They can start propping up the B bomb site. That's exactly where FaZe are heading. They've got 1 MP9 and a Glock. Very unlikely they find anything here, as they've got Perfecto ready in the B site. He's got an MP9 as well, but up against unarmored opposition, he should be absolutely fine here.
Yeah, no issues expected, and you can see that NaVi have the buddy system. There's always going to be a trade, even if you do get caught by a phenomenal shot from this Rain MP9. All off in first, but it's the hard hitter that's gone. And no issues for Perfecto. They win the pistol thanks to Electronic's ace and a neat and tidy conversion with the farming SMGs. Time for the first wheel test of FaZe Clan's T side. It looks a whole lot better for NaVi here on our second map, but will they be able to close it out neat and tidy, or is there more twists and turns lingering in this second half? It's time for FaZe to tell us.
I think there might be a few more. A FaZe Clan T side on Dust 2 certainly can be a very difficult thing to contain as they go for the long spawns here. Rain helping himself with the flashbang. He does beat the incendiary as well. The smoke's down in the corner. 1 player waiting the other side. That's Boomich. He's only got that SMG. It's a bit of a bonus situation for NaVi. They can win this round, pretty much call it done. But it'll be a very tall order with the 3 SMGs, the 1 for mass, as things start to slow down. So long control gathered. They'll keep 1 player in the pit. That's going to be Rain. Bomb goes back towards T-spawn, however. So just trying to exploit this massive bit of real estate they've got on the map here towards long. You see the reaction from NaVi, boosting up, looking towards lower B with the M4. And it's going to be a B finish here from FaZe by the looks of things. Ball makes its way towards tunnels. Notice Perfecto's position here. He's going to be baited in by Flamey. He's going to be at the back of the site, trying to take all the aggro away, be as combative as possible, and hopefully Perfecto will get the big spray down.
Oh, I really like that from Flamey. He's got the nade pulled to react for his teammate when he needs support, but he can still jump peek for the mid info, keeping the CTs on A unthreatened. And now they're trying to make it look like a long take, and Flamey immediately responds with the Molotov. He doesn't have any cues, just a sense, and he's absolutely right to feel that way. Flash for Perfecto to get some of that information that's missing, and in they go. More than information, a frag as well. The flash from Flamey onto Nico. Perfecto's bullets raining in, and NaVi, this is great work. Triple kill, round one. You said if they win this, call it done. Well, FaZe have been slaughtered on this B split. Zera onto Electronic. He's just looking for any way back in, but with 18 seconds, he's just going to accept his fate, keep the Krieg pressed close to his chest. And perhaps the Wolves of NaVi, with the flexibility of that MP9, might want to just send him in to finish the job.
What epic teamwork that was in the B bomb site. Perfecto has an MP9. He gets 3 kills, upgrades to a Krieg, doesn't take any damage there. They just got completely manhandled towards the B side of the map there. It was the incendiary to buy a little bit of time. The flash to set up that first kill, a second to enable the second and third, and we'll see Perfecto just mow them down. That's such a powerful flash. You can still see the remnants of the smoke from the HE thrown as well. So much vision taken away, and FaZe are in a very difficult spot now. coldzera does manage to survive with the Krieg, and they'll take a tactical time out at this point.
I'm sure that's going to feel good for Blade.
Yeah, that's very well done. Behold.
Yeah, well coordinated. And it didn't even feel like holding that B site was a disadvantage with the weapons they had because of that utility usage of Flamey. Scores on the doors. A couple of members of FaZe yet to break into the notorious double digits, but same can be said for Flamey and Boomich. Fortunately, though, for NaVi, they have got 3 members on an absolute tear. Keep your eyes on Perfecto. He's keeping up with Electronic in this crucial game that could send his new team home. 13-5. FaZe, they're playing for what would be a ridiculous spree of rounds. We've seen it happen at this tournament. It's not like it's impossible, but they aren't expecting this hero Krieg on Rain. Could get cold in pit. Will it be quiet or will it be? Yes, they are. Line up and start the walk. A Q. Lambs to the slaughter, perhaps. Let's see if Electronic holds the line. The spray does paint the picture of where they're coming from, and that nade looks fantastic. Bomb dropped. Brokey gone too, and half of FaZe Clan shell-shocked from the HE.
I'm not sure there's much they can do about this one. Electronic ready and waiting in the smoke, looking like to cause more and more damage. He's had a pretty strong shift here on Dust 2. Still got a bit more to say about round number 19, but looks at things. A bomb will get planted at least for FaZe, but I don't think they'll be doing much more of this. Oh my goodness, it's Electronic jumping up. Just starting on this point, coldzera can't find a single kill. Sure, they get the bomb down, and they will have maximum loss bonus after this round, so they'll have plenty of money, but 14-5 down. Won't be much chance of bringing this one back, but we'll see what they've got up their sleeve here. It's going to be an AWP almost certainly coming out. It's Olofmeister to purchase it. Throws it into the hands of Brokey here. It's currently set on 8 and 12.
Gets to see that T-side AWP. He got the spawn. Makes a whole lot of sense. Will he get the fight, though? Boomich is the only one heading long. Might just be a molly and playing it safe. Yeah, it does exactly that. Enables him to peek, get the info, call it clear.
So whoever gets that spawn usually is given the task of throwing the incendiary in. You can actually beat the T's there. Throw it through, fall back. It has to be very specific on where you start on the map. Good nade. Olofmeister down to 47. One more round for map points here. Looking very likely to go to a third. NaVi with Kriegs available, AK-47s on the CT side. Doesn't get much better than this. Lots of money in reserve as well. Simple. More of a passive mentality now, just holding with the incendiary out. Opposite of smoke instead, drops that down, and they're going to be going for a little run boost here. Nico not slowing down. Oh, now he is. Electronic applies the brakes for him. Still a 4 versus 4.
And while they do prepare for this assault towards A. Cold, of course, now moving towards middle as well. Perhaps a change of plan. The winds of change. Crucial round for FaZe Clan. This has to be a win if they want even a possibility of sending, or securing, I should say, a spot in the Spodek in 2. Long will be the final hit. Boomich tucked in on Long, but it's only simple. He lost Electronic early, and now he's got to hold this site all on his own. Great angle, good fight, but he doesn't finish all off. And the Swede does one better. Tapping away, but Flamey and Perfecto, they're taking the fights they've been given. And it's given them an advantage into this defense.
At this stage, Brokey's have to hit some shots here. That one doesn't connect towards the pit. Isolated on the bomb side, 2 players coming in towards short. Advantage NaVi, but certainly still possible for FaZe. It all starts this kill towards the pit. Another shot rattles off towards the pit. 2 players coming through now. No utility available on the CT side. It's starting to show as well. They're struggling a little bit here. Brokey does finally hit one of those shots. 2 versus 1. Boomich surely can't have anything to say about this one.
He's tracking him through the box, opts for the AK-47. They're both so low. Boomich does have the kit, but time is so far gone, he can't do anything about it. He's hoping just to stop that AWP from going into the next round, and mission accomplished. Boomich does his best to get whatever he could out of that victorious round for FaZe.
That's pretty massive, though. The fact he survives with the AK-47, we've already said NaVi's money's absolutely out of control here. They've got a couple of players hovering around $10,000. You've removed that AWP. I don't think they can reinvest in it. So that's actually pretty massive from Boomich, knowing he can't win the round. coldzera influential as well. As we see, Brokey missed a few key shots there, but nailed the one that really mattered. But that one was important from Boomich. You can see 5 rifles for FaZe. They won't have the sniper, but Simple certainly does. And he might be boosted up here. Boomich at least setting up 1 player to go through. Simple patrolling long.
Trying to go for that fast nade towards the lower tons. Wants to get more early damage. Distinct lack of utility damage from FaZe Clan, but I'll talk about that later because Simple has found another opening kill. There may be a second on the cards as well. Rain smart to jump peek just to try and get the information safely under the guise of the smoke, but the early casualty does seem to be enough to slow this FaZe down. They've got Cold still holding towards T-Spawn, hoping for some mid-aggression by doors, but instead it's the NOA boost. Just safely, passively calling that short cross.
Well then, it's Nico to go down quickly. Simple, completely blind. That will be a 5-on-4. Still looking for map point here. Everything comes to a bit of a standstill. 2 players in T-Spawn. Xbox smoke being delivered, courtesy of coldzera. That boost, though, as you mentioned, is a powerful one, but might as well get down at this point. We'll see whether they want to readjust, holding it for now, and now they do drop off. Dropped an incendiary, an HE. I'm going to see a rotation here from Boomich back towards A.
Smokes fly. Electronic is on cart. There isn't a Molotov immediately available. Olos on short with it. coldzera as well. Simple, lovely second shot. Big gap between them, but now FaZe are committing, and with 20 seconds left, he's done enough. The casualties keep adding up. Electronic and Simple, the only ones necessary to win this round for NaVi. And coldzera's doing his very best to not let it slip away. Hold on a second. He's only got 10 seconds. Where's the bomb? It's Long. He can't reach it in time. He's going to have to accept his fate on this one. At least an AWP, that's something, but that's 15 for Natus Vincere.
How precise was that from Electronic as well? Just buying so much time towards that car position, dropping the smoke. They're just trying to spam bullets through it, trying to flush him out. They didn't have the Molotov. And at that point, Simple can rotate through, start landing some key shots here with the AWP. This is the opening frag as well. Completely blind, pulls the trigger, takes Nico down. Massive scalp to find. That was very fast as well towards Olofmeister. This was the play of the round, though. Electronic just absolutely destroying them here. coldzera did what he could with the Kree, managed to get 3 kills, but it's all in vain as we get into round 22. Like he said, he does get the AWP, but 2 of his teammates here will have double deagles. Brokey with no armor on his. Ooh, I assume he dropped an AK.
Look at him go, though. Straight through. The element of surprise, perhaps, because he's going to be under the crosshairs of Electronic. He won't be able to see the tip of the head if he crouches. But a jump, that's the one way to solve that issue. Electronic will make the call. And the reaction is a whole lot of utility thrown their way. Bullets as well. Electronic aggressive, though. He's extended. But through the smoke, he's enabled to perhaps get another one aggressing into Olof's crosshairs. 4v4. They aren't crossing the smoke. Excuse me, the Molotov is so good, they just have to wait. And That means the boost can come in for the cross, but behind the car is Olof, and now swinging in is Blaney. Traded back and forth. The chaos continues. 2 versus 2. Where's that bomb? It's loose for a moment. Nico can't retrieve it. Boomic holds fast. And coldzera thrown into another clutch, but this time, Henry, he's got time.
He has got time, but maybe not much of a chance here. The AWP will have to land a perfect shot. It's not going to happen. It's a very convincing performance from NaVi. They answer back from the battering performance on Nuke. It was 16-7 there, and they look very good on Dust too.
In the temple of our life, showing us visions of the future. So many faces left to find down in the caverns of our mind. Need you to follow me deeper. I will do anything just to make you see. Don't apologize for what's in your dreams. Maybe this time we'll be different. It's only us. It's only us. It's only us tonight. Through, all I see is you. It's all I really need. Just a moment with you. Just a moment with you. It's all I really need. Just a moment with you. Just a moment with you. It's all I really need. want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump, 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 up in the air. I want you to jump, jump. Like you trying to get stuck in it. In the air. Like you trying to get stuck in the air. I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump, jump. I want you to jump, 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 jump. Up in the air, I want you to jump, 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 jump. Like you trying to get stuck in it. Gotta get it, in the air.
Hindsight is fleeting when your heart's bleeding and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I was too young and I didn't understand that you are the one, and I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, 'cause I was too young and I didn't understand that you are the one, and I can't wait to see you again.
even more. But for the time being, the only thing on fire around here is the matchup between NaVi and FaZe Clan, one that has do or die implications. And of course, we couldn't possibly finish out this series without being on the sofa. Isn't that right, Jacob and Chad?
That's right.
We all bought a prop. You brought a laptop, he brought a can of game fuel, and I brought two of the best players in the world. So,
Win.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well,
You know,
What?
I heard something.
yeah,
from
me
my-
too, me too.
What on earth is that?
I thought it was you, but
No, it's
Guess
certainly
not.
not me.
We're getting trolled from somewhere right now.
It's the tugboat noises that come out of nowhere. Anyway, we are ready to get into the game. It does seem that the players are strapped in. The live on 3 has been called. Last chances, Jacob.
look out for Electronic. He's the best CT-sided player on Inferno in the world. So him stepping up, that could be the way in for NaVi, but I believe in FaZe.
Look out for Electronic in the pit, they once said, and now it's going to be FaZe Clan pitted against Natus Vincere in this decider. Inferno is right in front of us, and so are Henry G and Machine. Take it away, boys.
Let's get into the action. Thank you so very much. Our analysts once again setting the scene perfectly for this final map. One of Simple Electronic, coldzera and Nico, all players touted as some of the best in the world, and only one set of those will make it to the Spodek tomorrow here in Katowice. IEM final day of the groups, and Group A has been stacked. No exceptions, NaVi and FaZe have both fallen to that lower bracket, and this is the final map, Henry.
It absolutely is, Alex, and we're going to potentially see a B finish here from FaZe. They still have the 2 smokes and the Molotov, suggesting could smoke Coffin, Spawn. Molotov to do with new boxes, flash over, but not first before seeing if there's any inquisitive CTs. Simple does throw towards T-steps, Brokey waiting towards the underpass here, but they start the transition now over towards the banana side of the map. So look out for the 2 smokes you mentioned. Boomich will be the new boxes as well, so that Molotov could be a problem for him.
Electronic will start already tucking in on the coffins, but that smoke likely could cause issues. He does have the option to jump on top of the coffin or block it with his body. What does that create for him? We'll find out. Molotov to flush Boomich into the fight. Flash eaten up by Electronic, which means Boomich was solo, and now Electronic, he's feeling like a man on a mission, and a man possessed into the first. Olaf's gone. Rain does connect. An advantage for FaZe if they got the bomb down, but they don't. Simple contest, boosted up by Flamey, but that helps them piece together where one of the remaining 2 CTs is.
What can be done here? It's up to Perfecto now to try and deny that plant. He can't do anything about it. It's going to be Flamey 3 versus 1. C4 will go down with 10 seconds on the clock there. Flamey will have 100 HP and armor, but no kit. And you can see them just trying to show presence, try and bait Brokey in his towards the new boxes.
He's got a chance if he gets this clean. Rain will give it to him eventually, but oh my. Just as he takes that fight, so does Brokey. FaZe, they're tuned in and not going to be deterred by Dust 2. First on the board.
Yeah, really like that from FaZe. Pretty textbook stuff, just running a slow default at the very start, waiting for an aggressive push from the CT side, which is pretty common in the modern game of Inferno, pushing down on the CT pistol, trying to cause a bit of a ruckus there. They're anticipating that, executing in towards B. Fantastic work upon arrival, and it will be Brokey to close things out there. The crisp USP headshot.
Hard shot to hit.
Yeah, definitely. And this is the force fight. This is where NaVi can do a lot of work here. You'll notice they've got the deagles, the smokes. They'll try and play this like a gun round. There won't be any crazy stacks here. It's going to be trying to lock the T's out as long as possible and generate some space with the smokes, push them back.
No, last time we saw Boomich on Inferno, Henry, we talked about the damage he takes early, and well,
That's true.
You're bang on. It's happened again. He's been shattered down to 30, but admittedly, that's from 3 HEs. 70 HP for your opponent spending 3 nades, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, he seems to be hovering on those sandbags on the CT side pretty much every round, but he always seems to get away with it as well, so you can't argue with it too much. He does go down to 33. But in terms of the setup for FaZe here, just getting themselves back towards middle. I'd assume they'll throw a smoke towards Arch momentarily. There it comes, and that's going to be thrown by coldzera. Good nade, doesn't do too much damage here, and they'll focus towards quad, just trying to obtain basic control of middle first. Doesn't mean they'll necessarily commit off this. They've still got Olofmeister towards the banana, who's ensuring that no one's pushing any information for free.
For this moment in time, though, Simple's actually chosen to hedge his bets towards B, but I think the call's going to start coming in. They've got Olof on that Mac 10. If he has contact and pulls Perfecto back out of that CT rotation, this is going to be so easy for FaZe Clan. 4 of them charging up long now. 3, excuse me. Cold's holding the back, and attention drawn. Bullets through library, but they're smoked. And they're hiding. They want to make these fights as close as possible. Nico closes the gap with the Mac 10. Electronic does claw 1 back, but bombs in, and that retake looks near impossible.
Yeah, might as well save your deagles at this point. It was a pretty cool hold they had set up there. 2 players towards the balcony position. It could have worked out for them, but the absolute kryptonite that setup is going towards the arch, unfortunately. The player waiting on the bomb side was completely swarmed by the Mac 10s and Galils. A couple of kills come in for FaZe. Bomb planted, round over. Olofmeister is still feeling he can get another one here. Well, Flamey denies it, gets the wallbang headshot just through the corner of the wall there. He can recover the Mac 10, and that's absolutely fine. They'll hopefully carry on these 3 deagles and Mac 10. Maybe it's farm some more cash.
Yep, no complaints from them. And so the second secured. Does look like it's poised to be the third as well for FaZe Clan. See that Mac 10 thrown towards Simple, and it's going to be just a little smattering of some extra treats for the CT round.
Yeah, well, the Mac 10 there's always a chance it can work out. It's one of those maps where the lesser weapons seem to be very powerful indeed, especially on that CT side, holding tight corners, managing to pounce with flashbangs from your teammates. All sorts could happen. It's going to be Simple with the Mac 10 as well. Is he going to go towards the apartments here? Absolutely going to jump up. Might get himself right to the top of the steps here. Up to the boiler room instead. He'll be there with Perfecto. Still have a fighting chance here with the little utility. They have a couple of smokes and a close range Mac 10 could find the first kill. It's going to be Perfecto to open things up. Simple, feeling like he can get something done here.
Yeah, I love it from NaVi. Anticipating a rather default start from FaZe, and they do manage to get a little bit heated early. Advantage still firmly in FaZe's hands, though, and there's a gap in that smoke that Olof hopes to exploit, but no inquisitive NaVi on the wide swing. Instead, they boost him up, and Boomich, if he hits this headshot, he does. Olof loses his head, and perhaps FaZe to lose this round with only the deagles, Henry.
Yeah, this is why they saved them. Having deagle armor on a map like Inferno, they can make it work. They have the man advantage right now. Flashing over as well, Boomich is just relentless. He gets information that they weren't at least towards the barrel position, but they were behind the half wall. Smoke now being set up. Boomich is going to flash over once again. This could be very effective.
Flamey has to hit one. So good from Flamey. He has an AK, but that cost him his life. Greed punished. 3 versus 2, and Brokey's the only one to break the NaVi boys so far. 3 more frags to find. Boomich gobbles up the flash, but instead he stands his ground. Another one, though, and Nico ready to punish. Into the site. FaZe are overcoming adversity in round 3.
20 seconds remaining. FaZe, once they get the bomb down, they have a huge advantage. Of course, there'll be no kit available, but rifles are plenty. A Galil and an AK-47, relatively healthy as well. They've got a smoke and a flashbang. Just going to go in together. Hope for the best here. If they hit the quick shot, they can swarm the bomb site and start a defuse.
Flash hits no one, and neither takes initial contact. Is it a double peek? Do they wait for the CTs to hunt them? Time's their best friend at this point. Building a good picture for Perfecto's position as he throws some bullets towards the new box. Now Nico's been spotted, but the frags are there. And Brokey, a big part of that. Between him and Nico, that's all 5 frags, and 3 of them going to the rookie.
That's such a great crossfire given the context of that round. You know there's no real chance they've got diffuse kits or utility at that point. They just have to hit the headshots, and you've denied them any sort of access there. You've got the players covering each other, making sure they can't be taken down by any pushing CTs at that point. Nico, very important kill towards the first oranges, and we get into our first real gun round now. We're going to have 4 M4s. Boomich with the MP9. We'll see if he goes towards the sandbags once again. And the AWP out early for Brokey here on the T side of Inferno.
Feeling himself after that round. Not surprised. I mean, NaVi, it felt like they did everything you could possibly desire to win that round. Early advantage, they're setting Boomich up. He gets one, they flash Flamey in, he gets another, and still stolen away by just 2 players from FaZe Clan. Big work from Brokey and Nico to put the third and keep things spotless, but into another round of play.
You can see they love the idea of flashing over, just getting a quick kill. Flamey with the flash, Boomich ready to pounce.
And here we go. It's perfect. Nico's full blind. The trade is there, hiding behind the half wall. A contingency plan from FaZe.
Yeah, but with the MP9 bringing that in and actually getting 1 kill with it, they won't be too mad with that. It's not ideal for sure. Flamey alone now. And there's going to be Rain and Perfecto exchanging blows. 3 on 3. Slows down once again. In terms of the bomb's position, that's towards Banana. On the back of Brokey with Olaf Meister. And we've got Coldzera doing what he does best, is lurking in the map right now. Seeing if he can open things up. Find some space for his teammates, but Flamey alone does manage to take down Olaf Meister. Drops the smoke, and Brokey is firing off a shot, gives up his position.
So Brokey, his real goal here should be to stay alive. Look at Coldzera on the other side of the map. He's got the bomb on his back, but Brokey's walking in. 28 seconds, they now have the bomb, and now as they clear it out, they'll start to be paranoid of that potential flank.
Yeah, you are right though, Alex. If he had given him maybe 5 more seconds, Coldzera could have at least challenged towards CT spawn and created something for him. Now this looks rather impossible for him. 10 seconds, and there's no way he's going to collect that bomb. It's going to be another convincing setup towards the banana area. This time finding the round. It's going to be the first on the board for NaVi. Simple and Boomich go down, but nice work with the MP9 at the very start. Flamey with some great shots there, and we do get ourselves to a 3-1 scoreline. 3 players survive, but still, after buying the AWP, can they even purchase into this round phase? $3,000 on Rain. Coldzera doesn't get any extra cash for surviving the round. He'll still have the AK-47, so they'll take a tactical timeout. Definitely worth calling it, as Nico has $5,000 here, so need to work out what the best avenue of approach will be. You see Yanko chiming in now, working out what they're going to do with round number 5.
It's a full monologue. I'm trying to see how my lip reading skills are. I've got nothing here, man. He could be ordering a sandwich. He could be, I mean, honestly.
Well, he's talking with conviction at this point. You can see him gesticulating what he wants to happen at this point.
Yep.
He's ready. They've actually invested quite significantly into it to force buy. So they've got 2 rifles here. 3 pistols. Will have to be some form of execution.
Interesting. Rather telegraphed with the timeout.
Indeed. We'll see whether it works out for them. Currently up 3-1. And they're trying to sabotage the CT money before it starts to build up. So I don't mind this force buy call at all. They had a saved rifle. Give it a go. Where do they want to attack first? He'll be flashing towards the top of B, Molotov towards the barrels. Coldzera going up first. 2 players behind him.
Stack nades. They're looking for Boomich, but
yeah,
he's learned his lessons. And oh, FaZe, they might learn something from that. A nade lands square on the jaw of Nico and Cold. Chunked before they even start the round.
That's so interesting that FaZe are aware of Boomich's tendencies as well. Of course, the 1 round he's not there. They dumped 3 grenades on that side. They were hoping to get the quick pickup, but it cost them so much HP. They run through some flames, receive some utility themselves. And it's going to be Nico down to 59, Coldzera 62, and those are the 2 rifle players as well.
Tendencies are such a funny nuance in Counter-Strike. And Boomich is trying to jump for the info, and he gets more than information. He gets a bullet towards the elbow. Trivial damage, it seems, though. A boost on the half wall will enable them to secure the banana control for now. 45 on the clock. Boomich with a flash to set up the flamey swing from Coffins. That was the plan, should the commitment come in.
Mid control obtained at least by Rain. So that's all they can really do here. They've taken CT vision away. We said it'd be some form of execution here considering their setup. It's not going to be anything tremendous, but a couple of smokes going in, one towards the Coffins. One is CT spawn, but Boomich is setting up that flashbang. It goes in, Flamey will swing off it. Can he find the headshots required here?
So comfortably ahead of that smoke. This should be Just an awkward day in the park. It's Boomich, one, Flamey, another, but maybe the plant in the smoke. Nico, he's down to 12, but the bomb goes in. One extra bullet, and they wouldn't have the extra cash, but now Olof. Yeah, he's up a particular creek without a paddle, and that will be NaVi securing themselves a comfortable second round.
Yeah, they get the bomb planted there, but remember, that was a force buy. They managed to get some mid-control, suggest that they could be heading towards A. Pretty decent execution in the end, but very well held by NaVi, only giving away one frag. That was Perfecto. Boomich with 3 frags. You saw him just vault up towards the fountain. On top of it, you can see he stopped the players getting towards first oranges, and this is the only frag they really got. Olof Meister, that Desert Eagle. Boomich to close things out. Very well done. Nice flashbang to stop them making their way through. Nico desperately getting the bomb planted in the smoke. He'll get them some extra cash, but not enough to have a decent buy in round number 6. They have to go Deagle. No armor once again. It's pretty much an eco. Should be a chance for NaVi to tie things up as they start to gather terrorist weapons as well. You can see 2 Kriegs, 2 AK-47s. Such a massive benefit on maps like Inferno.
Yeah, goodness me. I mean, you put that in Electronics' hands and you start pushing short. Pit is even harder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Towards the apartments, they do start to lean. Early utility from Boomich ensures the banana is there as a deep smoke's locked out the FaZe clan boys for now. Some presence being shown towards Apps. It's Rain. A couple of speculative shots, hoping to get the sound cue if there was one boosted up. One quad, says Rain as he descends back to his team. You can see that perfect. Loving the picture-in-picture for the setup. The flash will come in and Boomich will swing off it, and he knows it caught. Olof doing the dance when he jumped for the info, but Perfecto has already burned down coldzera. Just these unarmored deagles from FaZe, and that's their first player gone.
It absolutely is. They will do well to get a kill here, but they might be onto something with that player sneaking through towards CD spawn. That's Rain. He should be able to take down Perfecto, no problem. Desert Eagle should be able to line up. Oh no.
I'm getting nervous here, Henry.
If he gets in the smoke, he might be in a bit of trouble, but there it is. Gets the Krieg now. That takes attention away from Quad for a second. This would be a great time for his teammates to pounce as the CTs aren't really sure. You can see him just firing off some shots saying, I'm over here, don't worry about Quad, but Simple, more than aware.
Yeah, it's almost like that. Hearing those shots, he's like,
Yeah, this doesn't seem right. What are you shooting at?
Yeah. He solved the mystery, and it converts. 4 still left standing as they continue to build that bank, and now equalized. 3-3, keeping it close on our final map.
Final map, indeed. Round 7 coming up, and finally a buy available. Rain, decent effort here. Sneaks through towards the arch side. Does get that one important kill. Had they pounced that moment, I think there was a chance. They're a little bit apprehensive to actually commit off that. You might as well, considering you've got next to nothing into the round, but either way, it will be falling in favor of NaVi. That's 3 in a row for them as they send 3 players towards B at the start of this round. It will be Flamey to provide flashbangs, Perfecto and Boomich. Now going up towards those sandbags positions once again.
I thought Olof was about to throw a HE at it then. Go away!
Yeah.
Fight being given by Boomich, just charging in, and look at the flash from Brokey. He threw that from T-spawn and it works wonderfully. Advantage FaZe.
They've got plenty of time here as well. Showing a little bit of presence on the map. This is a great chance to deplete the utility on the CT side. You can see this crazy little setup though. 2 players ready and waiting for anyone who's just going to check CT spawn. They'll be greeted by an AK and a Krieg on the other side in the hands of Flamey and Perfecto. Quite a scary prospect there, but unfortunately for us, I suppose, as the spectators, we're not going to see that come in. It's going to be an A finish. The bomb's making its way out. There's smoke towards Arch. 1 player towards the apartments. That's coldzera.
Flamey worked it out. I don't know what the cue was as Olof continues to try and keep them at bay, throws his CT smoke, but Flamey, he's pegging it straight towards the A site. They've worked this one out. Now they have 3 players positioning themselves to deal with this A finish. Electronic balcony, Simple floating around the site, and Flamey responsible for the CT arch, and this Molotov could not be any better timed. Going to separate and slow even more. Another frag this time, favoring NaVi, and they keep coming. That Krieg, that's quite the tight line Electronic can hold with the T weaponry. 20 seconds, they're going to have to swing into the site. Simple's above it, you can even see as they emerge in that off angle. Off gone, looking for the trade, but Electronics keeping him safe and sound. Seamless from NaVi.
Yeah, really enjoying these crossfires we're seeing on both sides of the map here from NaVi. It was a slow start for them after losing the pistol, the 0 and 3, but now 4 rounds in a row. The B side looks like is under lock and key, even with Boomich pushing down there. Really great stuff.
He's been involved in the opening duel 5 of 7 rounds. That's testament to him wanting to get stuck in, and this was his death here. I mean, nothing he can do about that at that point. And yeah, oh, a Nico strategy. He opts for the palm instead of the knuckle.
Yeah, use the palm, it'll do less damage. And Electronic spraying them down. Simple up high, deals the player towards quad, takes the aggro. Electronic can swing out, deal with the arch players there. And he's being exchanged once again as Boomich will be set up once more. Flashbang to come over, taking some damage, but he dishes some out as well. Rain at 14.
The frustration that you're seeing, it's easy to laugh and dismiss or to just consider it something you see every day. But it is just a fantastic way for everyone to understand what is on the line here. These teams, they work so hard. It's their job to be the very best. And Boomich, a triple kill from him. No frustration in round 8, that's for sure, because coldzera is left all alone. And the round has barely begun. Look at that from Boots. The boost from NaVi. Staggered so they don't catch Simple initially. Clean as you like. And it feels like those CTs have been left standing for what feels like forever. Yeah, oh my goodness. The round recap, Henry, tells a rather brutal story of NaVi having 4 players alive 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah, that suggests the money should be out of control. We'll check in with it. $12,000 for Flamey. 5 digits as well for Simple. Yeah, they are high rolling right now. They're looking good for the rest of this half if they can keep this up. They still have 40 weapons within their arsenal. 2 Kriegs, 2 AK-47s. Haven't even really had to rely on the AWP yet at all. So it'll be a terrorist timeout here. 5-3, still quite early days, but Boomich once again just getting it done. Enjoying himself with that MP9.
He is just getting stuck in Katowice. For Boomich, before he put on the NaVi jersey, Katowice was a pipe dream. Now 1 map away from the Spodek Arena. Perfecto. I mean, Simon Gaming weren't stepping onto the Katowice stage, but he has a chance.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Look at these huge organizations, the players within them. One team will be going home. Right now, it looks like NaVi in the driving seat, to be honest with you. Molotov's exchange once more. Boomich, so much confidence in this side of the map. Always ready to have a duel, even with the M4 in hand. Takes damage again, but the tenacity allows him to survive once more. 60 HP. Flamey there with him. Maybe gonna drop the smoke early.
It's always going to feel like a win for the T side if you hear that CT smoke pluming so early in the round, but not to be. Boomich stands his ground. Ooh, I love it. Self-boosts himself onto the new box. Gives him that off angle. That does feel like quite the meat grinder of a crossfire there, Henry.
Their crossfires have been wild. You can see Perfecto just dodging the flashbangs, staring at the wall, because the chimney flashbangs can come over and be a real nuisance. Electronic will try and take everyone's attention. They'll probably Molotov him or smoke it. Speaking of smokes, that's a very powerful one. You're absolutely wrecked if your phase now. You can see them trying to adjust. Alarm bells are going off. We have everything we had planned has been rumbled back to me. We have to smoke hop in, smoke spawn, flash over, hope for the best. Remember, we've got a player boosted on new boxes. He's still there. Boomich jumped up himself. He is. And they've got a flashbang ready as well. There's surely no way FaZe can win this. Look, the flashes
40.
are coming in. They're wrecked.
Oh, there's so much just utility potentially winning the round. Nico, that's crucial. The smoke on Coffin, but they haven't caught the bomb plant. He's going to punch in the digits with 1 second to spare, and it's going to be stopped in its tracks. They'll take it. 1 smoke grenade from, I believe it was the hero Perfecto, has single-handedly won them the round.
Yeah, that was Electronic and Perfecto dropping that smoke towards the apartments there. As soon as they did, you saw them. You could see the cogs turning their head. We didn't need to be on TeamSpeak at that point. Everyone knew the round was in trouble at that point. It was all building up quite nicely. They'll just do the flash attack out of the apartments there. Smoke goes down. There's no way you can commit towards A at that point. With 30 seconds, just had to make their way back. A boosted player that was removed by Olofmeister, I believe. They did give it a good crack, but the bomb not going down. The round eludes them. They run out of time, and it's 6-3 at this point. Simple flashed off. Took the early shot, but money's still there for FaZe. They get the AWP in the hands of Brokey. Electronic peeking the apartments here with the Krieg. Tags out with Perfecto. Boomich once again. Combative towards B. Always happy to take these duels. Decent grenade goes down there. Oh, a lot of damage inflicted, especially towards Olof.
And it comes paired with that Molotov.
Like, this is kind of nuts. Like, normally you'll see like 3 CTs at the beginning of every round going challenges. Boomich is such a boss. He can just get down there himself. Look how much damage he's inflicting, Alex. He's just taken about 200 away from FaZe, found the opening frag. He is inside their heads.
He may be young, but he's a daddy today. My goodness, Boomich just keeps on fighting.
Once more.
Gets information, 60 seconds on that clock. FaZe, they've been tickled rather violently by the in-game leader pickup for NaVi, and there's more where that came from. Another nade, this time trivial onto Olof. And the rest of his team are going to be abandoning the B plan.
So what can they do now? They've got 2 smokes, no flashes, no Molotovs, 3 players low, and AWP. Brokey will have to find a pick towards Arch side, but he's got to deal with Simple, who hits this shot 90% of the time. We'll see whether it's going to work out for Brokey here. He might catch him with the flashbang out. Luckily, he'll fall back to more defensive lines. They've got a little bit of space here. They can smoke towards Moto, but it looks things that looked like they were setting it up. I think Brokey's just throwing that towards that position, and we'll see if they'll go towards quad. I think that's their only bet. There's the first smoke, one towards the side. He's going to try their best to bust up towards quad. Nice opening pick, but Perfecto, he can destroy them from here.
He can win the round if he stops that plant. 1, 2, perfect spray for Perfecto! And another salt in the wound, he's done it all. A super duper 4K for 7. NaVi, they are sailing.
Even though Perfecto gets all the kills, Boomich still the man of the round for me there. Like, what on earth was he up to? Just so much confidence. You can see FaZe, they didn't know how to handle it. There's one guy just keeps facing us. He keeps flashing us, and he's getting all this backup from Flamey as well. That's why they're kind of laughing and fist bumping each other. Flamey has done such a good job there. He's dropped a nice smoke at T-sets, flashed him into the perfect time. HE's landing in. Just so much damage being inflicted there. I'm going to look at the utility damage while we're here. It's Boomich with 254. The closest on his team is 79, so...
Yeah.
Big numbers for the big man as he'll continue to apply pressure there.
A little bit of nuance in what he has as well is with the nade he was throwing, a Molotov came in from his teammate. If you hear the smoke plume immediately after, you know you've done damage. And so he continued to spray because you know that those nades are going into that corner and you hear that smoke come down. Olof was panicking, half health already, and Boomich stood his ground. 254 utility damage from the in-game leader of NaVi. He's got the biggest shoes to fill. Legendary name in the game, Zeus. And he stepped into those shoes, and so far, so good for the Spodek. 7-3, damage again inflicted.
They've just had enough. It's like, right, we're just going to rush B this time and see if we can deal with him at this point. If he gets another, like, 3 kills there, they're going to be in the dumpster. And he's actually timed it perfection. Boomich! Here he comes once again, looking for the 3rd. That is unreal. He is in the zone right now, Alex. He's feeling it. You can see it on his face. What an amazing performance towards B. FaZe, you got to stop going there. Yeah. It's not working out.
Look at that smile. He is the devil for FaZe at this point in time. He was jumping backwards through that smoke. And of course, one poultry did fall, but it's FaZe that looked like chickens at this point. Just jumping through the smoke. That adjustment, reaction, and the flash from Simple didn't get enough credit initially, but you can see he's getting assists for both of those kills.
Yeah, this is a really strong Inferno from NaVi. Like, they're showing some discipline, calculated aggression as well when it's required. And FaZe just don't have a response as of yet. They seem really rattled here. Remember, they won the pistol and the follow-up 2 rounds after that. They started with a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, FaZe haven't got more than 3 kills in 8 rounds. That is the most damage they've done to NaVi in a round. They goodbye for the rest of this half. And FaZe clan, this is necessary at this point. 8-3 the scoreline. A wrap towards long. Singles out just the first, and Simple can tuck in on that corner. If he wants to re-peek, he will into coldzera, a risk, and it's punished. Flamey, though, standing his ground. Double peek from the FaZe boys, but he's taking them all with him. Damage inflicted onto the 3rd as well.
This is a NaVi I like to see. It's Boomich again, pushing towards that banana position. There's so much confidence right now. FaZe, they try their luck towards middle, pushing up towards the arch, and they managed to break through towards Spawn, but Flamey, he'd fallen back from B, gets himself a couple of frags. coldzera offers himself up. Normally a master at the T-side Inferno. When MIBL are struggling with this map, it'd always be coldzera, the shining beacon with 20+ frags on their T-side. Currently sat on 2 and 8. No one really stepping up on the FaZe side of things. At the very tippity top in terms of frags. We've got Olaf Meister with 8, Brokey with 6, and then it kind of gets worse from there. They've still got a few rounds to go, but just winning the pistol in the follow-up rounds, they'll be dejected going into that second half.
Flamey did so well to get a second here. He's getting double peaked. They already know where he is after the frag onto Nico, and he takes 2.5 with him after. Great work from Flamey. You can see Boomich is just saying thank you at the end of that one, patting him on the shoulder.
Yeah, he should be saying thank you. The teamwork, it's not individual greatness right now. Everyone's just working together. The utility is fantastic. The damage they're inflicting and the peaks they're making are just all well-timed. It's a great showing so far. We'll see just a partial buy here from FaZe. Begrudgingly enter round number 13 with just Deagles and P250s. They've still got smokes, they've still got flashes, but I don't think they'll be heading towards B. Something's telling me they're just going to leave that area of the map well alone.
Yeah, straight up remove it from their eyes because they have just been destroyed by this man.
He's just like, look, boys, I've scared them off so much. There's no one towards B whatsoever. This is a problem. You cannot have zero presence towards Banana because a rotation will come through. So they're going to have to commit off this in the next... Oh, they're going back towards B? This is brave.
And Boomich to be tested once again. It's only going to be the first. Nico, a crucial Deagle frag. coldzera's flash enabled that to happen. Flamey will avoid the first. No, he won't. He's full blind, and he's going to go down. That overexcited return of his crosshair could have very well cost him, because now the bomb's gone down, and FaZe have got a shot at this.
They absolutely do. Best chance they've had since their pistol sequence. 3 versus 3. They still have 1 flashbang remaining. They might have to be a little bit more active with it. That's great. Really nice work. Olaf Meister with the presence of mind to throw it towards the banana area. coldzera can swing up in the barrels at that point. They've got the lead now.
And to hold on to it, Perfecto's closing in. Nico has the chance to take that fight. He'll be waiting for Olaf's call. coldzera closing in from banana, and they secure it. FaZe, they finally break the drought. Their first round in... I think it's 9. Yes, 9 on the trot from NaVi. And finally, FaZe find one back.
Yeah, didn't look likely either. The fact they went back towards B after showing nothing there whatsoever, I didn't think they stood a chance. There's a flashbang here. It absolutely destroys Flamey in the pit position. At this point, that's when they get the bomb down. It was the final flashbang towards the banana area, though. That's where it really came together. coldzera stepping up in that moment, gets his 3rd kill. Very important one. 9-4 now, and a full buy for FaZe.
Ooh, good aggressive push from Nico. Draws a lot of that utility out of NaVi.
He's had enough of this nonsense. He's like, you know what? We can't let them have full control of banana every single round. But the problem is NaVi have been very good at retaking this position. They're doing it again. This is so nuts. And Boomich looking to fight once again. Does he get away with it this time? Of course he does.
What? The man's a live lord. Catches a nade, but he's still ready to frag. Flash in hand, ready to support should they commit. But Flamey, he's saying nothing home. Slow it down, and so will we. 70 seconds on the clock. Early exchanges have rendered Boomich a little wounded, but nothing too much to write home about just yet.
The shoves FaZe back towards middle. They had to put 4 players there at the start of the round just to deal with Boomich. A lot of utility invested from the CT side, but Flamey still has his smoke and the incendiary. Simple patrolling middle with the AWP, joined by Perfecto. Just holding towards the apartments for now. Olaf alone. Firing off a lot of bullets here with the M4. No damage done. Could be receiving some momentarily.
Shout out to Launders for the term unconfirmed damage. That's exactly what we're seeing a little bit of. Smoke towards the quad. A little bit of a gap for him to play with on that barrel, and he's going to do exactly that. They're aggressing. And Electronic tucked in on that. He can't contest, and so Perfecto, he was all on his own, and now bouncing into the bomb site. Nico does manage to survive the spray. Bomb will go down. Round should be FaZe's.
Yeah, I don't see a world where, unless he hits that shot, then NaVi can bring this one back. It's going to be a 5 versus 3 now. Boomich down to 3 points of health. They have got a couple of kits. Simple kind of fancies it still. He's got the Desert Eagle out. And walking in against 5 players here. I'm not sure this is the play, Alex. I'll be honest with you.
They are flush for cash. He's still standing his ground. He wants to make this so difficult for FaZe on the way out. And here they come. One back. Not going to find the second. Boomich does onto coldzera. They're making this costly for FaZe. And just maybe hunting for one more. Brokey's the one to give him the jewel, but he'll save his weapon.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. The fact they have the cash, the final round coming up, doesn't really matter if he loses the AWP or not. They can buy another one with Flamey, $7,000. So just trying to take as many players as they can down with them. But the problem is they got $8 grand for Nico and coldzera as well. So it wouldn't really matter either way. But we'll still have two fully equipped teams here. Perfecto will be dropped in M4. And in we go then, Civil back on the AWP. As we get into the final round of this first half. If FaZe can get 6, that will be a nice turnaround here. It was looking very unlikely they're going to break 3 at one point, but with that eco victory towards B, they're back on the scoreboard now. Final round of this first half.
9-6 is competitive. Despite Boomich's best efforts, they charge B once again. He's going to be surely locked in. He's right there with them. Oh, Boomich! Sandbags are his. They're doing the flashbang dance. He doesn't even have to break a sweat as the Flamey Boomich combo is going to be toppled. At least the first component. Flamey's still standing his ground, and another Molotov, not going to choose to swing on it, but with 3 members of FaZe forced to watch as this final round of our first half looks to be reaching its logical conclusion. NaVi hunting the 10th.
Well, 3-on-2. Flamey, though, has been so strong on this side of the map. But coldzera has snuck by. Bomb on his back as well. Jumps up towards the side. Flamey, perfect position to deal with it. Tucks himself in, but coldzera is hunting, and he'll find his target. Bomb to go down. I would say they need this round considering the half they've had. It doesn't look too bad on paper, but the gun rounds just haven't been there for them.
Ooh, Nico just picked up a smoke. That's going to be very influential in the way the events continue to unfold. He'll put it towards CT. Perfecto's crawling towards construction, and a flash from Nico could set up Cold. At least get the information. Yes, Perfecto, full flash, just starts hitting mouse 1, and they're piecing together the puzzle. Bomb down. Nico and coldzera make it just coldzera left. 1 versus 2. He's shaken. 2 different angles to check. That's so precise. It had to be the pre-fire. He knows where electronic's coming, and coldzera, the hero on Inferno. You said he has influence. Well, quiet until the final round of the half, but he saves a 1 versus 2. 9-6 is workable.
It absolutely is. It's still anyone's game. Third and final map here to work out who will be making their way to the Spodek and who is going home. We'll find out after this quick commercial break.
Skies, dreaming big and aiming high. Name the clouds passing by, wishing we run away. All we need is our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down and left her, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Baby, leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. You're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies,
'cause we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
A legacy stage awaits just one of NaVi and FaZe Clan. The spot in the Spodek is only one of these titans of Counter-Strike, and we have one half to determine it. You can see the final words are being spoken before we jump into the pistol. I say we, I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry G, and we're into what I hope to be a final installment justifying the quality of the Counter-Strike we've seen so far.
Well, luckily, FaZe woke up towards the end of that first half. It was looking bleak. It was looking like it was falling apart. They weren't going to arrive for an Inferno, but they stole away the last 3 rounds there. It all stemmed from a CZ round towards the B bomb site. Managed to break down NaVi piece by piece, and as you said, a competitive half has been found. We'll look at the buy overall for NaVi here. They've got a couple of smokes, Molotov, the exact same buy we saw from FaZe. We knew how that ended up. They went back towards B, the Molotov, the new boxes, same smokes. I expect the same finish here with this setup, but anything can and will happen in CSGO. Just to know Nico has a kit, and everyone with the standard weaponry here. It's a very slow approach.
I will say, if you've watched this stream and you play Matchmaking Inferno and don't know that flash Nico's holding, you've got no excuses. Flamey was throwing it, now Nico's holding it. That's the lineup. You've got no excuse.
Good point.
Learn it. Great pop flash just to try and keep them at bay, but there's 4 members of NaVi just congregating by the half wall.
It's quite rare to see both teams do the exact same T-pistol. I think that's what's about to happen, though. Slow approach, wait for aggression, smoke in. They are just going to challenge, though. With this kind of duel, they might just have to commit off this.
Yeah, they are. Brokey did well to find one. And into the site they will flood. coldzera is going unchecked, and boom, it's lost the bomb in a slightly awkward position, but they will take control of the site. The rotate is on its way. We'll see Olof, Meister, and Rain positioning themselves. Nico's on the site already. No Kevlar worth mentioning, but that is because of the kit. So they can run that clock a little.
Yes, 3 on 3 now. No flashbangs. Gonna have to wait for the smokes to dissipate. 2 players towards CD spawn. Nico at Ruins looking for the headshots here. Flamey needs to tuck himself in behind the pillar.
He does well to do so. Simple's responsible for Banana. He is the last part of this puzzle. Walking in, Olof spotted. They know where 1 and 2 is. Perfecto just jiggling on the new box. Good catch from Flamey. Olof unawares, and that's a perfect find. A successful pistol round coming in from NaVi.
Absolutely true there, Alex. The fact they get up toward the B and Banana area uncontested, they were happy to go for the execution there. Had a little peek and then managed to catch a CD out of position. That was the cue to go, but they had got their smokes deployed. The Molotov towards new boxes, eradicating their risk, and they just swarm the bombs at this point. It's Flamey leading the charge, and he finishes things off in style as well. What a great shot towards Rain that was. And then the trifecta, all focusing Nico at the end, is firing bullets towards his position. It is going to be the forced buy and response, and FaZe, they need to win this, I would say. The way this game has gone for them so far, they need a bit of luck behind them. So Desert Eagles, smokes, flashbangs, very similar approach to what we saw in the first half as well. Flash goes over. Nico.
Oh, he wants it.
Ooh. His best boomage impression doesn't work out.
Looks like Brokey still wants to stand his ground. He has coldzera in support. They're not allowed to back away. NaVi refuse. Some casualties. Simple and Boomich within the 1-shot deagle range up close. Now, the only real chance for FaZe Clan, correct me if I'm wrong here, Henry, is the clock. They've got 3 smoke grenades still. If NaVi just fumble a little too long, it could get awkward.
There would have to be some very special smokes at this point.
You don't believe it? I'm starting to believe it. You know? Let's see. Already pulls one out. A couple of steps by the boiler room. Bomb's on its way towards B.
So if you get a smoke down sub 30 before they go in, you're in a great spot. 45, it's good still. It makes things uncomfortable, but in this sort of scenario, I don't think it's going to matter too much. And that's confirmed right now as Flamey farms $1,200 there towards the quad side. coldzera, no choice but to try and just get a consolation frag here. We'll see if it comes through. Not quite. Perfecto will confirm that clean sweep there. As we get 5 players going into the next round, it's 11-6, and no buy available for FaZe. Has to be the full eco, I'm afraid. Nothing really can be purchased. They'll get a flash, probably some PD50s. MP7 with a rare appearance here.
Yeah, got him the kill he needed. Charging down Banana. And the time on that flashbang, Simple had just enough time before Nico made it down to get his vision back and to support his teammates in finding that aggressor.
Yeah. Nico can feel this one slipping away. Frustrations under edging once again. We said they had one flash. That's going to be used right now. Nico to throw that over. Here's the lineup again, in case you missed it.
No excuses. I repeat myself.
So, 4 players on the CT side over here. They're going to have to help his teammate out in a second. He's been taken down to 11 HP, but Simple, he's having a good time out there. That's enough. He's confirmed there's a bit of a B stack going on. coldzera alone with the P250. Maybe good for 1 kill here. There it is, but will be dropped out. And that's going to be round. It's going to be planted any second, the C4 that is. And the CTs could potentially keep that MP7. Like we said, it's a pretty cheesy map for those sort of weapons. You can use those in the gun rounds. Not ideal considering you're going to be buying up next round. So maybe just see if you can get the $600 reward.
Imagine listening to us commentating. You've never played Counter-Strike before. You hear people say cheesy map. The visual you paint is just something completely different. You know, like a Gouda, or I can't even say that. Emmental. That's the 2 cheeses I can list off the top of my head. Cheddar, that's 3.
A Wensleydale.
Now we're talking.
Gruyere.
Wow, hello. Camembert. Wow, we're doing well now.
Yeah, we're getting some cheeses up there.
If we had James Bardolph here, he'd know all the cheeses, all the peppercorns and the olives. But enough about that. Instead, we will see NaVi secure their 12 and the FaZe clan squad. You talked about Nico and his gesticulations in the round before. It does feel like it's slipping away. You said the round before with the forces on the Deagles, that had to really come home to start competition early in this second half, final half. And NaVi, they're 4 rounds away from the playoffs.
Yeah, it looks very good for them. Their money is just getting out of control at this point. They've got $8,000 for Simple. They found so many kills of those SMGs. A nice 3-0 start in this second half. And here comes the AWP in the hands of olofmeister this time. As we enter round number 19, no one on the FaZe side yet to break double digits. Boomich charging up towards B here. It's his side of the map and he knows it.
Watching him hold W on either side here on Inferno does just feel like he's got a war horn attached to him.
Remember, there's no helmets in play for Brokey, Nico, and olofmeister. So Boomich, if he can make that MAC-10 work and have the duels with the correct players here, that could be very dangerous indeed. Just denying the push. Electronic just getting that Molotov down so it can't be a flash swing, and confirmation that but the barrels are clear. So that's actually very well played.
That's really, really cool. I do love that combination of smoke molly. Very cool with the flash as well, but there's the counter.
They can't do much with it, and that's why Electronic's comfortable to get up in this position. Ooh. Maybe not so much anymore. What a great shot from Brokey.
A drive-by. Smoke on top, a gap, and Nico ready and willing to take that fight. Brings Boomich down low, and at very little cost of his own health. There are 3 CTs awaiting a fight on A, and it's actually Perfecto overstaying his welcome. Will be sent down by coldzera. 5 versus 2 now, and FaZe a necessary round. If they can keep this clean, they can start building that bank.
So at this point, I think that's pretty much it. All they can do here is try and cause some economic distress to FaZe. A couple of kills would do it, but Simple removed through the smoke. Nico, nice shot there. So be Boomich, the AK-47. He's got 7 grand residual cash here, and he's got 6 HP. No time. Looks like he'll just be saving the AK. Bomb on his back as well, which is absolutely fine, because unfortunately they will have no loss bonus built up. So that means only get 1,400 anyway. So don't want the extra cash. You've got a flash, armor, AK. Might as well hold on for that. And hold on to your 7 grand.
I think Boomich actually just got Perfecto's AK by throwing a HE. Just as we cut to his POV, I just saw that weapon flying through the sky towards his face. I'm not sure, didn't quite catch it, but it's always neat when you see players just bending the game and to their will.
Yanko doing his best to rally the troops at this point. They're still in this. It's a big round to pick up. olofmeister on that AWP. 4 M4s around him. And we have got the double digits from coldzera and Olof now. What's the next play here? Like we mentioned, plenty of money for NaVi. Still got 5 grand on Boomich. There'll be 1 more buy after this one. That's if they lose it, of course. Stays up towards B once again. FaZe have yet to challenge this side of the map. Happy just to hold back. Decent grenade from Nico. Inflicts 40 damage.
They're boosting him up.
This is a really cool setup. You have 3 towards quad, you have 1 hiding in the pillar, the AWP on the corner, and there's just so much going on. It's very difficult to flush all these positions out.
So now that means the responsibility of Nico and Brokey is to get them away from B and make A their only option. That is their objective. NaVi, of course, a completely different one. Frankie asking a great question to Blade before this one started. How many pages is the Inferno strat book? 2 was the answer.
Is that A4 or A3?
Yeah. A1, and now Nico #1 gets all two of them. There's actually a third there. He's tagged him up in the smoke, jumping, panicking, and still fragging. Electronic claws one back for NaVi. They're looking a little shaken, though. They haven't got to rush this one. We're told that they have to try and funnel towards A, but see that the FaZe Clan boys have changed their strategy, relocating, and a 2-2 split.
Looks like we're going to commit to B regardless. 30 seconds remaining, making some noise now. The boost not really working out for them at all. It looks like FaZe should be fine, and this kill will decide it. Nice work from Brokey there. Gets flashed in from CD Spawn, but Flamey, he's on the case here. 20 seconds, they can still make this one work as he tucks himself in towards CT Spawn.
Oh, Flamey, he can do so much, but Brokey, he is saving the day for FaZe. The pressure that Brokey is under right now and thriving within, I've got to keep directing credit towards him. That was his sight, his frags he had to hit, and he's continuing to do so. Checking the scoreboard, he is right there alongside Nico, coldzera, Brokey, Olof, all one frag separating them. That's sensational. That's exactly what you need when staring down the barrel of a 12-8 deficit.
There's the flashbang coming through. Nico, perfect position to deal with them. Gets himself a couple of cheeky kills there. One through the smoke as well. Drops the incendiary, buys some time. Electronic will pull one back, but at this point we said there was one more buy available. Now it's not the most tantalizing. You have got 4 MAC-10s and an AK-47, but still we did say MAC-10s very powerful in today's game. I haven't seen a kill that clean with that spam in a very long time.
Yeah, that rarely pays off. Rain gets the timing so good. Oh, what a great way to pick up the opening frag. He'll have a chuckle with that one, but still, only for a moment before he reminds himself of exactly what's on the line. Concentration stations.
Yeah, that's gonna put the wind in their sails. Flamey removed. One of the key fraggers so far with 19 frags. We'll see whether this is where Electronic just be flashed out of the apartment. It looks to be the case.
Colds could not have a better line for that. Gets the first before the flash arrives, but that's the bomb delivered. Placed beneath the soles of Perfecto's feet, but look at Boomit pushing in. A chance as well, long range for Rain. He's only got to find one more. He knows it is simple though, restraint necessary. 45 seconds, the bomb is on the balcony. Simple's options, they're just minimal. From behind, he'll be caught. There we have it, a 9th for FaZe Clan. And they start to string them together. That's 3 in response to Navi's opener of the same.
Yeah, they're right back into this now. Let's have a look at this replay. This spamming 20 bullets or so straight into the face of Flamey. Holds on for a couple more as well. Gets the bomb down, smokes it out. Nothing can be done for Simple towards the end of it. FaZe now gunning for double digits. And I dare say they're going to get it because there's not much to bring to the table here. NaVi will take pretty much an eco. They have got deagles, but no armor. Barely any utility. Just one smoke, couple of flashes. Should be quite a clean one for FaZe unless Simple's got something to say about it.
4 MAC-10s and a rifle with a plan to go out balcony. Didn't quite land.
Not quite. They weren't anticipating a spam at the very start, to be fair.
Yeah, fair enough. You know what? Not something you can account for.
No. It's cool that worked, though. Like, I've been casting Inferno for like 5 years. I've seen a couple of kills like that, but like normally when a player's low, you don't normally see them like that clean at the very start. That was cool.
And now, of course, a 50% upswing of people trying to do that in your games. Yep. Apologies from Rain. Silence falls, birds sing, and smokes are deployed. 1 minute still on the clock. But NaVi, chances are they might want to push through this. You can see the flashes being pulled, a run boost, or even just a boost over the smoke for the Coffins player. Oh, it's a little discombobulated. And they are getting ripped apart by the Nico spray. There's flames, there's smokes, and there's bullets. It's a nasty situation to be in, but keeping it clean is FaZe's objective, and that's exactly what we're doing right now.
Well, it's well held by FaZe. It's unfortunate. The run boost was a nice idea, but the HE landed just as they started the sequence there, so it slows them down and obviously doesn't work out. I think it would have been a similar result regardless. Maybe they get 1 kill instead.
Yeah, just a bit thrown off.
Well, there we have it. It will be the clean sweep for FaZe. That's going to be 4 rounds in a row after losing the pistol. Things were getting pretty dire for them, but they're starting to stabilize now on their CT side. Money is swelling. They've got the AWP for Olof Meister. They've got themselves some T-sided weaponry as well in the form of a Krieg and an AK-47. And Nico looking like he's starting to have some fun out there, spraying them down through smokes in multiple rounds. Pretty dastardly duo towards B, Brokey and Nico. It'll be difficult to get much past them. slow default here. Bomb and T spawn suggests NaVi won't be doing anything with much haste. Just waiting up to see if the CTs want to present any sort of aggression here. boomich needs to be careful. The grenades coming through, 3 of them as well. It's the incendiary to lock him in that spot. Electronic, he runs the gauntlet as well. Through the Molotov, down to 36, gets himself back into towards logs. I guess knowing he can no longer be naded in that position. And it'll be raining cold Zera, swinging out with the flashbangs as well. That's the power of that 3-man quad setup.
Yeah, that just made the round look so easy. You walk into it, blink, and your teammates are gone. Bombs at T-spawn, electronics towards B, simples on A. A disaster for NaVi in the 23rd. Crucial round of play as FaZe continue to close and tighten that vice grip they've managed to start to build now. 4 in a row and keeping 5 standing in the one prior. Some
great mental fortitude shown here by FaZe. After Dust 2 and the battering they received on a map that's very good for them as well. Remember last time these guys played earlier in the tournament, it was 16-14. They didn't turn up at all. It looked bad on Inferno as well. When they were, what, 9-3 down, you thought, okay, this is where it all goes wrong. They're not going to pick up another round. But here they are with double digits. They've closed the gap right down. It's going to be almost certainly 12-11 at this stage. It's simple. We'll recover a Krieg, joined by Electronic. They've got a couple of smokes, but money's just not there. They might just have to save these weapons. You can see Simple just juggling weapons away just to make sure the CTs don't get more Kriegs and just start to gain even more power. So, looks like they'll be absolutely fine. 10 seconds on the clock. Not a single kill given away here by FaZe. And it'll be 12-11, 1 round in it. Bit of cooking here from Electronic, using the gas stove.
A bit disappointed that they didn't give it at least a little bit of a scrub for the IEM Katowice deciding match. You know, it takes 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's graceful. But we're back into the action. We get to see more from those nades just flying in towards the log's position. The point you made of that Molly locking him in, it really is a rock-hard place. It's like, okay, I either die to the flames or I catch 2 nades on the dome.
I think he knew he was done for then. Once he realized there was 2 incendiaries, 1 towards T-steps and 1 in front of him, he couldn't leave. That's all by design. FaZe have been practicing that for a while. It's beautiful to watch when it comes through, and it's a perfect counter. We've watched boomich on both sides of the map, pushing towards Banana relentlessly, so why not? It's likely he's going to be there. If you can get the flashes off, follow up incendiaries, he's going to be there somewhere, so they did a very good job to find him. They couldn't necessarily do that on the CT side towards sandbags. They seem to elude them every single time, but they've come right online here with the utility as we get into round number 24. Remember, Electronic and Simple saved their weapons. That's a scary prospect. You've got 2 of the world's best riflers with Kriegs in their hand. There will be partial investment around them. They can make this work. They've got basic utility. They've got the smokes and flashes and Molotovs. Electronic knows he needs a quick pick here. We've got 4 players on the CT side looking to drop an airstrike towards the B side of the map. Electronic thinks better of it, doesn't commit to that side.
Yeah, the nades landing. And the rotate will return. Off and cold, back to their usual tricks over on the A site. Was Brokey and Nico's HE released as well. So there is no threat should they go that way, but it doesn't seem to be the play just yet from NaVi. Instead, with those 2 rifles, you've got to keep that in mind. Simple and Electronic. Chad had their faces next to him on the couch, called them 2 of the world's best players. Well, those 2 of the world's best players have to save NaVi here. Advancing down long, Olof to receive them. Connects his first bullet seamlessly. Simple, however, that's a huge frag. They can pincer in towards B, and now Nico, he's just going to be sweating bullets. He's got them closing in from both directions. His teammates are going to try and support him with a 3-man push-up Banana.
Nico has to deliver here. 2 kills would be idyllic. He gets the first. Can he nail the second? Significant damage towards Simple. Does keep them in the round. And Rain, he denies the plant as well. Needs to stay alive at this point if he can. Tucks himself in the corner. Very well played. Just trying to use the clock to their advantage. Can he do it once again? He doesn't deny the plant, but he finds a headshot towards boomich. And now the final boss. Simple in the 3 versus 1. He has been clipped down to 10 HP. Surely should be done. And there it is. Nice shot from Cold Zera. Very well played from FaZe. They're actually going to tie things up at this point. 12-12. Bomb gets planted. A maximum loss bonus does yield yet another buy for NaVi. But now they're the ones who are letting this slip by. FaZe just looks so dominant right now, Alex.
So what have we seen NaVi try? We've seen them head towards that B site. The A definitely did get a bit of a warning sign ever since they walked into that boost on quad. This is the first frag. You saw Olof just waiting catching that pistol player, but Simple gave it his best shot.
Well, this is the thing. FaZe have been very dynamic. They presented that three-man stack towards quad. That's scary to deal with. Then you've got AWP and Olofmeister. He's been quite dynamic as well. They're sometimes sending 4 players towards B with those massive airstrikes. It's difficult to work out what's going to be the best avenue of approach here. As Electronic, he'll be the one trying to get up towards Banana this time. He's a little bit awkward, does find some respite towards the Flames as he gets a little gap there. But taking a lot of damage in the process. Down to 51. Boomich, similar story. Takes another nade to the face. A couple of them. 10 HP. Nico, happy to challenge this.
More damage inflicted, but that's one back for NaVi. Brokey. Got to keep his hands steady for this one, because they're coming. He hears the molly extinguished. He knows he doesn't have long before the bullets have to fly, and he misses the shot. Simple does everything he needed to, but the cross, it's not smoked. And Olof, he's got 2 very hard shots to hit. The flick, as he anticipates them peeking over that smoke. A flash, he wants to go again. He does not want to make them too comfortable for that setup.
So they should be able to plan here. They don't have to rush this one. They still have a minute. Plug the holes, and we'll see 2 CTs retreating at this point. Suggests they won't be going for it. Olofmeister might be in a bit of trouble here. He still has $9,000, right? So even if he goes down, yeah, he'll lose the AWP, but he's going to try and contain them, see if there's any exit frags available. Nade thrown towards Ruins. Perfecto looking towards T, steps it. So much money here for FaZe. So coldzera and Rain both at the bottom here at Banana. And Olof's got them locked in towards spawn, so they have to exit this way as well. So at least they can cause some decent damage here.
Yeah, but how decent? Let's see. Oh, Flash doesn't quite pop where he wanted to. That would have been very strong. Instead, going in dry. coldzera's punished. You tuck themselves in that corner. Rain, how confident you feeling? Not quite.
One player went down with the blast at least, so that's something. But yeah, a couple more kills available to them. They do save the AWP and the M4 there for FaZe. NaVi take the lead though, 13-12. That's the first round they've posted after losing 6 straight in a row. They picked the pistol and got the 3-0 start, but FaZe have looked much better since getting on that CT side. They've got a very healthy buy. Money a little bit weaker on the NaVi side after the reinvestment of the grenades. 3 Kriegs, 2 AKs. They do want to challenge towards Banana again.
It's crunch time, Henry. Last map and last few rounds. And Nico's going flashed in, straight into the face of Electronic and disappears once again.
That's a nice little play there. Exactly what the NaVi were doing in the first half. Brokey to flash him over. The star player runs out, gets a quick kill, falls back. Didn't even take any damage there. Removes Electronic as well. A sigh of relief for everyone.
Those opening kills don't come easy, but Nico sometimes makes it look just like that. They're going to be leaving Simple towards Banana. He'll be taking those jewels and trying to keep the 2 CTs, Nico and Brokey, busy, but the busybodies up towards the brackets, not necessarily committing. You can see a little bit of a retraction as they look to join the start towards B, but he's been spotted early. Realizes survival is the most important part of the puzzle now. Smokes towards CT, Molly towards the new boxes. They're going to try and draw some fights in. Maybe the smoke. Yes, they're pushing through it though. Nico has the flash. Do they have the frags? Already dropped in towards oranges, but I think Nico got the spot. Perfecto got the shot. 4 versus 4, but through the smoke, Brokey trading in again. This is chaos. 30 seconds and now a bit of a break. Bomb can go in and they can set up.
Olofmeister will have to bide his time. He's got Rain coming in from Banana here, but they've got 1 flash. Olof will have to throw that before Rain swings, and then he can face towards the well position. That's about it. Rain will call for the flash now. In it comes. He'll swing. Should be 1 kill here, which there is. 2 on 2. They have kits, but no smokes. And it's a lovely boost towards the back, but it does give it the fact both players are there, Alex.
It does, and now he's got Boomich. Simple to clutch. 1 versus 1. Both with double kills in this crucial round. And Simple, just the tip of Rain's head is all he needs, and 14 under the belt of NaVi.
We're going the full distance now. There's still plenty of money for FaZe, but what a great round from NaVi. It looked like Olof and Rain had actually done enough there. Good flashbang towards well, then detecting both players. But of course, if Simple's alive with a Krieg in his hand, he's always going to have a decent chance of closing things out. Fantastic shot towards first oranges. And we'll see the opening frag. Remember, this is how it all started. Nico opening things up cleanly, didn't take any damage for that one. They had to fight their way in towards the B side at this point, and they held on for dear life. And they're 1 round away from series points on the NaVi side here. This is going to go right down to the wire.
Oh, an Electronic, an incendiary just bounces off his chin. Doesn't burn him a single lick. Yeah, players starting to get a little more heated now. your communications, it's a little less soft-spoken.
Absolutely true. 2 rounds in a row for NaVi. If they win this one, it's the round that actually breaks FaZe as well. We'll see whether this is where it comes in their favor. A lot on the line. Boomich firing on shots towards the coffins, but Brokey will punish him for it. He overcommitted. Another first pick for FaZe. And look at the damage inflicted towards Electronic and Simple as well. In a rough spot here.
Must-win round for FaZe. Of course for NaVi too, but that 16th would be very difficult to fend off with the bite they would present. Shot from Olofmeister extends their lead, and he still holds towards the boiler, which is where Flamey is about to consider. Cole onto Perfecto. They're chipping away, and it does look like FaZe will survive another day.
Yeah, coldzera starting to hit some really nice shots now. Bombs down towards middle. Indeed, they will save. Money's poor on the NaVi side of things as well, so that you said it was a must-win for FaZe in more ways than one. They managed to bring it one step closer, going on their side of the server. 14-13. No money for Electronic and Flamey into the next round, but they will have firepower with the Krieg, the AK, and some saved utility as well. We've got an HE there, a Molotov and a flashbang, and all 5 players of FaZe will stay up. 5 seconds left on the clock. No one chasing here. Why would you? Your money's pretty weak on the CT side. And there we have it. FaZe were really solid showing there. The AWP of Olofmeister, calm as you like towards middle. Quick peek, fell back. coldzera to back him up.
Exactly what you want. 14-13. And a timeout called. Blade, it's his last real chance to get all of those things he's been watching from the sidelines and having to keep himself silent. He can now give them anything they need, everything he thinks he could possibly equip his players with in order to find those final elusive 2 rounds.
Well, here we go. Round 28 coming in. 2 massive organizations of CSGO. NaVi versus FaZe.
Why am I nervous? I'm not even playing.
Exactly right. There's so much on the line here. The fact that one of these teams are going home is huge. You've got some of the world's best players on the server right now. Everyone's turning up. Everyone's hitting their shots. It's not clear who's going to come out on top here. Into the next round we go. Single orb setup still for Olofmeister. And we'll see the Kriegs and AKs come through. A couple of compromises to be made. Boomich with just the CZ, but you can make that work on Inferno. They do have bare bones utility, but there's enough. Boomich to challenge towards Banana once again. Avoids the grenades and makes his way towards the half wall.
Oops. Expect that one. Pays quite the heavy price to get that Molotov out of his hands, and already with the disadvantage of the CZ, that is not ideal. Bomb is a T-score. Expect this one to go the distance.
Yeah, suggest a slow round. In terms of map control, 2 players in towards the apartment. Simple hovering around middle. They're trying to boost up there towards the balcony ledge. Doesn't work out for them. They're going to cancel.
I certainly wouldn't want to see them try again at the circumstances of this round.
After the footstep as well, everyone's like, nope, just fall back, crossfires. It's all good. No, 1 more round for series point for NaVi. Surely it won't be with the CZ available. Utility's running low. And mid-pounds perhaps, the flashbang could be the cue to go. Lovely incendiary from Olofmeister. That might push him in towards Arch.
Flamey's on his way towards the balcony challenge, and Olof is vulnerable to it at the moment. He's covered by rain, and Cole holding fast on long. Blood drawn, Boomich finished off. And as the smoke fades, Perfecto has the advantage and he seizes it. Olof takes the bomb out of play.
Great
smoke towards long, and look what that's done. Perfecto's got no option but to either push through it or wait. And there's only 20 seconds on the clock, Henry. Where's Electronic? Flamey's from balcony. Electronic just dancing towards short. He does get the bomb. He has his teammate Rain covering him. Olof does get caught through the smoke and finish. Rain's got to do it all. 10 seconds, he's running out of bullets and he's been caught. The bomb can go down, and this round is not lost yet for NaVi.
2 on 2. Looking for series points here. NaVi, it wasn't a clean entrance towards this side, but they've got the bomb planted now. CT sticking together towards quad. Flamey in that graveyard position. No utility on either side. This is a bit of a death match right now. Who will strike first?
Eyes on the crosshair. Electronics found his double. Flamey converts. 15 for Natus Vincere. 1 round away from the Spodek.
Amazing scenes. They find a flashbang, but it's not quite enough. Both of them swinging out. It's going to be 15-13. Money is there for FaZe. They will purchase up what they can. The M4, the AWP is coming through. coldzera, Rain, it felt like there was enough there. The spam's coming through. Electronic to close things out with Flamey. They work in perfect harmony there.
A slightly less experienced team, and Rain's pre-fire after the first is connecting. But Electronic, he sat there and he waited. Rain running out of bullets, got the timing perfect. A huge catch, and Blade gets another chance on the mic. Yanko too.
Yeah, you might as well use every single timeout you have at this point. There's just too much on the line if you drop out the tournament knowing you still had a chance to chime in.
I think I'd be extra loud in the shuttle, like, you bastard.
It's going to be a change of setup as well, a brave change, to be honest with you. They haven't experimented with the double AWP so far. Brokey will be bringing it out with Olof Meister this time, so he'll be taking that towards the B side of the map. This could be a nice little change just to go challenge at the start, knowing they haven't really presented that at all. He could swing out towards barrels. It flashed over from Nico. We'll see if that works out for them. And 4 players without helmets here, Alex. And there's a MAC-10 on the field as well.
People are eyes on it for now. Rain, that seemed like an ambitious push, but he did have the support of Olof's AWP. Not forgetting, there's 2 in play.
Bear in mind as well, compromises for the CTs, they only have 1 kit. So this is a very interesting round here. Money is broken on either side. FaZe win this one. We're pretty much locked in for overtime. NaVi don't have everything they need, but they're getting some banana control. Remember, Brokey has the AWP now at the top. Doesn't challenge from barrels. Holds a tight corner from the bomb, so he's got Nico up top, ready to deploy a smoke if required.
It doesn't even matter if he's flashed. Brokey, this whole position, it should enable him for 1 if they choose to commit on the flash.
Yeah.
Holding his nerve, holding his line, it's his job. And likely to be flashed or simple just with a jiggle. They'd want to try and pull that shot and catch you as you retreat. But NaVi, it's all smoke and mirrors at this point. Some steps, some sound cues, yes, but nothing else. And they reassess, preparing to reaggress.
Good smoke. That's very strong. Like I said, anything around 30 seconds. He locked them out then. A lot of pressure. Flashbang to come through. Olof Meister handles it well. He'll fall back to more defensive line, looking for the second. Can't quite connect, but still gets the information. Do they hunt him down or continue towards the bomb site? It's the latter. Here we go for the smoke. It looks very good for FaZe here.
Yeah, but the molly causing things to get a little hot and bothered for Rain, but he relocates and he's got him 2 frags. 1 frag's all they need. It's on to Flamey. A 1 versus 5 with the bomb down. He has found the first, but this is a mountain to overcome, and already nades and bullets thrown at him. They secure it, and a roar from the coach of FaZe as they live to fight 1 final day. Will we see the overtime? Or will NaVi secure it in the final round of regulation? The answer coming in just 20 seconds' time.
Well, we did say the money would be ruined for NaVi if they gave their round up. Luckily, the plan comes through. They do get an extra $800 per player. That could be significant. That's going to help them get a few bits of extra utility, maybe a more powerful rifle, because they're not going to be fully equipped, that's for sure. 2 players at $3,000. That's going to be Electronic and Perfecto. Boomich just under 4K. And they have 1 timeout remaining, right? They might want to use it here or save it for overtime, which could be inevitable when they bring out 2 pistols, a MAC-10, 1 AK-47, Olof Meister. Remember, they dropped that key smoke that left NaVi with no choice. That wasn't them making a mistake. They had no choice but to push it. It was just a perfectly placed smoke at the right time. You can hold on to it till 30 seconds. Amazing.
Yeah, he did so much.
Olof's done that twice now. He did that towards Moto as well when they were holding towards the A side. Like, his smoke play has been really, really good.
And when you hear players in his team talking about him, it's not just his fragging ability, it's his read on the game. There's a good example of it.
We noticed that on Nuke as well. That's when he was just leading the charge of the MAC-10. He wasn't getting any frags, but he's creating all the space. He's allowing his stars to shine. He doesn't care how many kills he gets. He just wants to be winning these games in these series.
Let's not forget, there is 1 team that has won Katowice multiple times. 3 in the trophy cabinet for Fnatic, and Olof, he's got one of those by his name for sure. To get to the Spodek again, though, they have to win this round. It's not beautiful for NaVi, but certainly winnable. Brokey's been holding his nerve this whole time, but this round is where it really matters. If he's tested, he has the support of Nico boosted up.
So tense now. NaVi looking to close it in regulation. Huge disadvantage here is the 4B execution. Molotovs to rain all over the side to B. 2 players ready and waiting, Brokey and Nico. This time both with rifles.
Nico, he's full flash. He stands up by the pot. The molly, it's on top of him. Perfect molly from Electronic. Brokey and Nico did well to get the necessary frags. They've made it level. But this is an afterplant that favors NaVi. Olof, AWP, does have a smoke and a flash. In fact, plenty of utility.
Simple to defend B. You know he's going to have a couple of kills, but the flashbang's decent. Rain now knows he's there, but Simple jumps up. Oh, he's bringing it back. Electronic and Simple! They managed to save it. It's a 3 versus 1. The AWP on the retake. I don't think he has what it takes. NaVi eliminate FaZe from the tournament, and they're going to the Spodek.
Electronic did it all. His molly was doing damage. His flash gets them a kill on Banana. He's getting the shots as well. Everything he chose to do in that final round made this possible. A brutal and harrowing loss for FaZe Clan, though. My God, so close. Inferno deciders, they always deliver.
I felt that punch from Nico down in my core, my soul. That was a rough one to give up. My goodness, what a great game, though. That series really had everything. You have to say they dust too. Very disappointing for FaZe. You've got to respect the shift they put in there. It comes right down to the final round. CZs, Galils, and NaVi get over the finish line.